grow so shook and grown. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. The day in Hades bone home. Those crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous flight. Only face facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth, or face the dole. Charon's boats, too full to float. Whales of the foolish on the underworld note. Denied Olympian, decree now the tote. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path, or drown in the stream. Zeus' wrath, a cruel dream. Shrieks of torment, echo loud. Lost in sulfur, desperate proud. Zeus watches from Olympus cloud. Rejected truth, their fates avowed. Convene, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Or face the dole. Charon's boats, too full to float. Whales of the foolish on the underworld boat. Denied Olympian, decree now the tote.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. You know what time it is.
AKA Mr. Cross.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Happy Monday. It's getting too spicy. I ain't even had my coffee. Good morning, Mrs. Silk. Nice to see you. Good morning, Ange. Nice to see you. Everybody sees you. Good morning, Meredith. Good morning. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are once again here. Oh my goodness. Thank you. It's so lovely to see each and every single one of you. Seriously. All right, let's get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Black History Month. All right. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here, all right? We got to save this country of ours from the evil clutches of this guy and his legion of demons that are out there, all right? But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, actually Big Zeus, right? Or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. It's because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person out here, all right, on social media. The second H as well, because, you know, I'm humble. I'm the most humble person. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you've guessed it. I am and will always remain the most handsome. Thank you. Many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of TikTok. What we do is very special, and it's serious. It's serious work, and it needs to be done. What we have to do is keep up the fight, right? And we have to fight for what is right. And that means we have to hold those folks who continue to support things that are very, very bad accountable for what's going on in this country, all right? And mainly what I'm talking about is the people who voted for Donald J. Trump, including him, the people who are in Congress. We have to stay on these people like white on rice. We do, because they're hell-bent on destroying this great country of ours. And many of you see what's happening right now. I mean, we can't seem to catch a break right now. They call it winning where he's from, right? But we all know this isn't winning. This is losing. And it's losing like we've never lost in this country. I've never seen this country be so lowly ranked. If this was a Yelp review, this country would have a 0-star rating because of what Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans continue to do in the name. This is what they say they're doing. making America great again. You're not making America great again. You're making America worse than it's ever been. And so listen up. If you are a Trump supporter out there, no, OGs, you think I'm a liar, OGs? All right, stay right there. You stay right there. Actually, send me a guest request, OGs. I promise you, this will be the worst morning you've ever experienced on TikTok. Send Big Zeus a guest request, but I know you won't because you're too terrified to get up here and actually have an honest conversation about the facts. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this out of the way. Anyone like OGs right here? You think I'm a liar? Well, listen up. If you don't like the way that I'm running my show, do us all a huge favor, OGs. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Did you hear that, OGs? And by the way, they said, Zeus, bring him up. Let me see if I can bring this demon up again and do what I need to do to him. OGs, I just sent you a guest request. Why don't you come up here and explain to me what I'm lying about? See, this is the problem. Y'all think this is a game. You Trump supporters think this is a game. People are out here losing their life at the hands of this maniac and Elon Musk. And you out here laughing. This entire weekend, what am I doing? I'm trying to sit back and relax and do what I do on the weekend, setting traps and checking them because I got other things to do. I tried to bring him up. He didn't want to do it. I got other things to do. And every time, I'm out here doing a lap, right? Right, RC? We're out here doing laps. We're bending corners. You know what we do. The cell phone it's going off, buzzing. What's going on? This deranged lunatic is doing something else to try to distract us from the incompetency of the Trump administration. I'm like, wait a second. Did we not just see 2, actually 3, maybe even 4 major airline disasters? We all saw it last week, and he's not done. We saw the federal funds being frozen. Oh, your lies are white. Oh, wait. Pac-Mom, please come up here. You think I'm... Pac-Mom, please come up here. I didn't want to stop what I was doing because you saw I was rocking and rolling. I'm talking, Pac-Mom. But if you think what you have to say is so important, please get on in the box and explain to us what makes you the expert. These people out here, I call them MAGA experts. And get this, you know what I'm going to do for you, Pac-Mom and OG, since you both want to start off my morning with lies and deception and misinformation. You know what? Let me tell this story real quick, and then we're going to warm up the lake of fire, not just for you, but for everyone else that supports what you're saying. So these MAGA experts, ladies and gentlemen, they seem to have gotten their knowledge that, you're supposed to go to school and you're supposed to study and you're supposed to sit at the, underneath a teacher or perhaps maybe even a doctorate student if you're really fortunate enough, right? These people went to Trump University, and Donald Trump explained to them that tariffs, you all heard about this word, this is the T word, tariffs are actually going to make their lives easier. They believe this stuff. If you believe tariffs, the ones Donald Trump just imposed, are actually going to make your life easier, can you please put a 1 in the chat? I just want to see how many MAGA experts are out here. Mike, dude. Is there anyone out here that believes these tariffs that Donald Trump... Oh, okay, Mike. Oh, Mike is the MAGA expert. All right, come on up here, Mike. I promise you, Mike, I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes to at least get it off your chest and explain to everyone here how these tariffs work. Mike, do us all a favor, because I, for some strange reason, don't understand how you became the actual expert. Mike... You're going to get up here, Mike, and explain yourself? I didn't think so. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we'll do is Mike, OG, let me give him one more chance. Well, you know what I'll do. Mike, last chance, bro. Other than that, I'm going to tell my mods to put you in a straitjacket. These Trump supporters, they can't explain how these tariffs are going to help them. All they do is literally repeat everything their cult leader says. So what we'll do is Mike... OGs and whoever that other MAGA demon was. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire for these MAGA demons. And you know what? I got a complaint, ladies and gentlemen. They say, Zeus, you shouldn't send Trump supporters to the lake of fire. Newsflash, I'm Big Zeus. I do what I want to do. And so what I'll do is this. I'll send every single Trump supporter this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And why don't you join in with me? Let's all send them straight to hell. Let's give them a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me? As far as I'm concerned, you so-called Christians, this is a heads up. This is a heads up. Because what I'm doing, and you think maybe Zeus is kind of doing too much Zeus, you can't play around with the good Lord. You're all a bunch of hypocrites. Every single one of you. And what I'm doing is actually quite the favor. Because you know what I'm doing? I'm waking you up and I'm helping you to understand God did not come here and do what he did on the cross. You know, you believe in Jesus, and I'm familiar with that book, so that you could then turn around and go worship this man. Now I'm getting you worked up because I'm calling you to the carpet and helping you to understand there's no Bible chapter and verse that told you, you know what their excuse is? Oh, he doesn't have to be a man of God, Zeus, in order to run the government. And they say this as they send these people right into our government buildings to destroy the lives of every single one of us. Look at this. We got these tariffs going on. These people lied to us about, oh, well, you know, Zeus, under Joe Biden, the eggs, the cost of living is too high. And you know what they're saying now? Oh, we never cared about the eggs. We never cared about the groceries. W. Rick in the chat. So listen up. I'm going to ask this question once again. Are there any Trump supporters out there that could get in this box and explain to us all how these blanket tariffs that your dear leader just put into place are going to benefit everyday Americans, the common man? If you could please do that, put a one in the chat. I promise you, I'll give you 2 minutes to explain it. Just 2 minutes. I don't want, and please, do not bring up President Biden at all or the Democrats, because if you do that, I'm just going to have to drop you. I'm getting so tired of these Trump supporters. You ask them a serious question and they turn around and they blame Joe Biden. No, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Oh, Joe Biden did it, so now it's okay to do it because you spent 4 years crying about it. All right, we got a MAGA demon out there, a goon slayer. Come on up here. And if you're just joking, I'm going to drop you because I'm looking for serious answers this morning. We don't have time to play around. Good morning, Goon Slayer.
Good morning. Yeah, I got a serious
You're a Trump
answer.
supporter.
I am, yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go. How do the tariffs that Donald Trump just imposed on us Americans, which is basically an additional tax, how does that help us?
Well,
You got 2 minutes.
all right, 2 minutes. All right, I can't speak for every tariff because I don't know of every tariff, but I know of one that should be implemented. I saw somebody comment that Beyonce is bringing country music back. We should tariff her for every person that has to listen to that garbage. Tax Beyonce, her music. That country music is bad. That's all I had to say.
Do I look impressed? No, I don't. That's another. See, this is a MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. So, obviously, I got my notes out. And you know what? The Bible talked about people like this. No answer. It's just, I'm going to get up here and what is he doing? I don't know. Expressing how he feels about a Grammy. He's mad because Beyonce won and he's still a loser. So what I'll do is this, Goon Slayer. You want to be a Goon Slayer for the devil? No problem. I'm going to warm up the lake of fire. He has no answer for how these tariffs are going to help you. And he's willing to do anything Donald Trump says for the low. So guess what? How low can you go? Ladies and gentlemen, let's send them straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Hey, Goon Slayer, I have a message from your dear leader, and he wanted me to say this to you. Listen up.
You're either stupid or you hate the country. You're either stupid or you hate the country.
And those are not my words. And so Again, let me ask another MAGA demon out there. Oh, okay, political comedian. Look at these, ladies and gentlemen. We have to have some of the most deranged Trump supporters on the planet in this live this morning. Sir, ma'am, I don't know what you are.
I'm a sir.
Okay, 2 minutes. What are tariffs, and then how do they help everyone like me? I give you 2 minutes, and if you do anything else other than that, bro, I'm gonna drop you like a bad habit.
All right, yeah, sure. So tariffs are a tax, to make it in the simplest terms, the tax on imported goods. So yes, the United States does pay the tax on the imported goods, which will trickle down to the consumer. So the way I like to look at tariffs is a short-term pain for long-term outcome, and that long-term outcome is to move infrastructure back to the U.S. So you're probably wondering, okay, so we got to go through 5 years of pain, 10 years of pain for potentially more jobs or more infrastructure to move to the U.S. And my answer to that is yes. That'll create more jobs and potentially better our economy. So I want to know what's your rebuttal to that.
Okay. Also. The first thing is you said it was going to trickle down. Explain how
Correct.
that works. How is it going to trickle down to Big Zeus? In other words, let's just say I have a 401k and maybe a few accounts, checking, savings, maybe even other, money market account. And today there's, let's just say, $100,000 in each one of those accounts. By the time all of this stuff trickles down, how much is going to be in each and every single one of those accounts, sir?
I mean, I couldn't give you an exact number.
Oh, well, sheesh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a question mark right there. You said short term. Exactly how long is short term in your world? Because the Donald Trump really only has 4 years to do all of this stuff, right? And, because he
Yeah.
can't do another term, right? So
Right.
it's short term. How long is that?
Maybe like the whole length of his term.
Oh, okay. So maybe by year 3.75 is when I'll actually start to see the trickle down stuff, is what you're suggesting?
Well, when I said trickle down, I meant the tax on the tariffs is the trickle down. Like the importer pays the tax, but in general, it'll come to us. Is what I meant.
So you're acknowledging that you and I are going to end up paying the tax.
Yes, that's why I said.
Okay, so
short-term
that's not
pain.
beneficial to Big Zeus, right?
Right, short term.
Okay,
No.
so but you don't have a timeline on terms of how long this is, because you said by the time his term ends. So I'm thinking maybe 3.75 years in, this may start to benefit Big Zeus, right? Unacceptable.
In theory, I mean, in theory, yeah.
Yeah, unacceptable, and you know that. And then the last thing you said more jobs. What industries, in terms of the jobs, should I be looking for? Because I want to get my resume out. I want to polish it. Please explain to me where I should be aiming that resume for. Which industries?
I mean, maybe not jobs targeted for you, but many other Americans.
No. I want to be in a position to receive these jobs that you're promising me. And so what industries are going to actually get better as a result of these blanket tariffs?
Sure. Well, a multitude, but I'll give you an example. A car manufacturer.
Car manufacturing. So I should go and do what? Apply to work at General Motors, perhaps?
If
And
you're-
what title? What position?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, you can. And I mean, just working with manufacturing cars. That's what we manufacture cars in other countries, right? Not in the United States.
I'm familiar with that. Right.
Right.
But,
So if basically the goal is to get that back to the United States.
yeah. And
So
so
what's wrong? What's wrong with that?
So here's the thing, sir. And I listen to you very intently, and I honestly believe you know what you're talking about. But
Okay.
the thing is, a lot of these businesses that are going out right now, that are in red states in particular, they're just not singing the same song. What gives? Why would these people, these people who run these, spirits, we got to call them spirits because we got to keep it clean on TikTok. They're saying this is terrible news. This is terrible news for Americans. You got Canadians saying we're taking American products off of our shelves. I don't think the average person running a business can wait 3.75 years to see profits, if you know what I mean.
I'd agree with you.
Seems to me a lot of people are going to be suffering financially and might not even make it out of this. Why don't you speak on that?
Well, I actually agree with you on that. I don't think this is going to be an easy process for anybody, but I think this is what has to be done in order for infrastructure to move back to the U.S. What other options would there be in order for that to happen?
Well, you could actually engage in diplomacy, right?
Okay.
You don't have to tell people they can't have guacamole or tomatoes and produce anymore in the name of protecting them. That, to me, that's what people in cults do. There's no protection when I'm going broke, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you've ever experienced poverty. Have you ever experienced poverty before?
No, but I wouldn't say I'm wealthy in any sense.
But I'm just saying, imagine I take away all that you can do, right, financially, right? I limit you to, let's just say, a measly $100 a month, and no disrespect to anybody that's living. Do you have a speaker on in the background?
Yeah, sorry. Do you want me to turn that off?
Well, it's in my ear.
My bad.
Thank you.
All
So
right, there you go.
so a lot of Americans do not. They're in the same situation as you.
Right.
And what your dear leader has done is he's basically destined them for poverty. If they were on the line teetering, they're now going to be there. Businesses, they're not going to be able to hire people anymore. The unemployment rate is actually going to go up. Our GDP is actually going to now shrink. How is this, in your right mind, really helping everyday Americans that you can't say it's going to get better? We need
Well,
immediate results. He ran on promising relief to the common man. Now he's over here worried about what's going on in South Africa. No, stay focused on America. He's trying to go after the Panama Canal. Like, no. What the heck happened, sir? None of those executive orders can do a thing to bring down my egg prices? You all cried, and you know it, right, political comedian? You all cried for 4 years under Joe Biden's leadership that things were just costing way too much. I'm having a hard time believing that this decision is actually going to work.
well, I mean, under Joe Biden, I wouldn't say it's all Joe Biden's fault. Trump has a factor into why the economy was under the 4 years of Joe Biden was, and you could say COVID as well, but I won't get into that. Um,
Because we know how that's going to go if we talk about that. And I'm glad you're staying on topic. But isn't it safe to say that these tariffs, they're not going to help us?
like I agree with you. Yeah, in the short term, they will not. They will 100% not help with this. That's the point of them, though. In the short term, they will hurt us for the long term gain.
You have no evidence to support that, right? That's where we're at right now. Because I asked you
Absolutely.
what
I mean,
short term. I asked you what short term meant, and your answer at best was the length of his term. So we can't give you a lot of points for that. For that, right? Because that means you're basically saying there's going to be a lot of suffering. And Donald Trump actually went on record and said that. Did you see that yesterday?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could give you evidence, but I don't think it applies very well to today. Would you like to hear it? So I'm sure you're aware that in 1913 was when the federal income tax was made for the United States. Before that, we're a country running on tariffs. Though I didn't use that as an example due to the population density that we are currently at in 2025 versus the 1900s, early 1900s, late 1800s. So for that reason, I didn't bring that example up. I believe
I
we're
guess
using.
what are you suggesting by bringing that example? We need to start going back to older policies.
Well, no, not at all. The reason why that tariffs, like our government used to run only on tariffs back in the day, due to our government being such a smaller size and the population being a lot smaller. Correct. So now you gotta take into perspective now. Now that everything's a lot larger, not only is our
But
population
do
larger,
1913 came before 1929.
right? The Great Depression. Yeah.
So they're saying that the tariffs triggered the Great Depression. So what do you think is about to happen?
No, but we stopped using tariffs. I'm saying we stopped using tariffs at 1913. We had the federal
Yeah,
income
well,
tax.
but that's my whole point. And you and I are agreeing 1913 is before 1929.
Correct. Yes.
So one wouldn't. It's not too difficult to imagine that somebody trying to go on a path of using tariffs might also be triggering the onset of a depression. You get what I mean?
In theory, yes, what you're saying.
So we're heading towards a 1929 style depression. One like you and I actually, this one's going to be a lot worse because it's one thing to do it and you don't know any better, but it's honestly another thing to do it when you know better. The consequences are going to be 10 times worse. Do you now understand what I'm trying to get across to you, sir?
Yes, I 100%. I'm on board
Do
with
you
what you're saying.
do you regret voting for Donald Trump?
Not at all. Like I said, I gave you my reasoning, and I'm not saying here like everything. The tariffs are good all
No,
around.
you
I never said that
agreed.
they were good all around.
You agreed that they're bad.
Right, in the short term, I told you that.
So let me read this to you because maybe you didn't understand. He says, "This will be the golden age of America.
Yeah.
There will there be some pain? Question mark. Yes.
Yep.
Maybe and maybe not. So I want to stop there at pain. You're okay with Donald Trump causing you pain? Just say
It,
yes. Just
if
say
my kid,
yes.
yeah, if my kids can have a better life than me, then yes.
What was the difference between the pain Donald Trump is going to cause and then the pain you claim Joe Biden was going to cause? Because honestly, bro,
I never
if
said
Joe
Joe Biden
Biden was
caused me
causing
pain.
me, if Joe Biden was causing me pain, I'd say relax. I'm good on that, Biden. But I'm just fascinated now that you're okay with Donald Trump, causing you pain. Don't you think that's a little deranged?
Well, I never mentioned Joe Biden causing me pain in any way.
Well, so I'm glad you admit Joe Biden didn't really cause you that much pain, right?
Yeah, I never mentioned his name really.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And I'm glad you didn't do that. So it's Donald Trump that's going to cause you pain.
Yeah,
See?
I agree.
So do you think that's a good thing?
Like I said, I short term is gonna be it's gonna be a rough time, but like I said, I'm looking at long term.
I guess I'm blown away. I'm really blown
Am I
away.
wrong for thinking long term over short term?
You're wrong not for thinking like that, because if we're talking about investments and stuff like that, then perhaps I could follow that logic. But there's when a person is actually talking about standing up for themselves, right, and defending and protecting themselves and their family, and you're talking about your actual security, you're not guaranteed that this is going to actually result in the outcome you're dreaming of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a good chance that you might not actually get to that promised land through this pain that you're suffering, right? There's a good chance that this pain could actually take you out the game.
Well, Zeus, isn't that every investment? Like you're kind of always taking a risk. That's literally every type of investment.
Well, we're talking investments, right? But we're talking about your life,
Infrastructure into the U.S. is an investment. Yes, I would
right?
say.
But I'm talking about your life, your safety, your security. You shouldn't play financial games like that with your life, right? Because how do you know you're going to survive 4 years of pain? You get what
Uh,
I mean? That's why I asked you. I said, "Have you ever experienced poverty
yeah. I
before?"
mean,
You know, you know what happens when people don't have access to resources. They don't go to the hospital as much, right? They probably are going to be in environments that aren't as safe. And you got children. You're married. Why would a person who says they love their family really put that much faith in Donald Trump when they know Donald Trump doesn't care about them at all? He's repeatedly shown this through his behavior, right?
mhm.
So it's to me fascinating that folks like yourself, and you're not alone, but it's honestly very fascinating that a lot of people will say to themselves, I am willing to suffer and experience pain at levels I've never experienced it before in exchange for this idea that somewhere down the road I'm going to be in paradise.
Unfortunately, that is the reality of taking risks. I would say. I can't give you a better response than that. I'm willing to take the risk for that better life, and I
What
know
if
we're
you
not going to agree on that.
what if you don't make it?
I mean, that's my fault for taking the risk. I have nobody to blame but myself. Is that not a valid way of thinking?
That's deep. That's deep. I've never listen. I honestly believe you believe that. I mean, to me, I look at that and I go, well, whatever happened to having self respect? W Rick in the chat. Whatever happened to being a person that has a spine and says, you know what? If I'm gonna go out, right, I'd rather go out on my own terms as opposed to, believing in these corrupt billionaires. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
How
hear
did
you.
how did we get so far from that as a country? And I think it has a lot to do with low self-esteem. You know what I mean? A lot of people out here, they are looking for some place to fit in, and you know what? If he says some colorful language and some colorful words, I'll give Donald Trump my soul. And I'll even sacrifice the lives of not just my family, but this entire country. Even though I think deep down inside, none of this stuff makes sense. 3.5 years, 4 years of suffering? Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. political comedian. So listen up. I'm going to have to move it on because this is serious cult work. All right. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take care of business. Political comedian, I want to thank you. I think you had another call or something. But if you want to come back up and at least clean that up, please go ahead. But in the meantime, and in between time, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. This is why it's very important for us to get out here and do all. He was respectful, yeah. This is why it's important for us to get out here and get to the bottom of what's really going on. Political comedian, W. Rick in the chat. You're in a cult. Your self-esteem is not where it should be, and you got to work on that, because if you continue down this dark and dangerous path, you will lift up your eyes in hell. And your wife and your children, I don't want to bring them into this, but they're looking at you and they're saying, please, at just some point, please stand up for us and quit worshiping Donald Trump. All right. And so what I'll do is this, political comedian, in an effort to help purge that demon in you out of you, so you can actually open up your eyes and stop the suffering going on, because you got a long way to go. We're going to warm up this lake of fire. Yes, we are. And hopefully that MAGA demon inside of you will flee, all right, because of the truth. And the truth is, you got to work on your self-esteem, champ. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
He was respectful, but the MAGA demon was doing quite a number on him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. All right, let me see something real quick. All right, I see my brother attacking. He said he had something he wanted to say. Good morning, attacking. Yes, how can I help you?
I'm fine. You know, it's kind of amazing how for the past 4 years they're complaining about costs out of their pocket.
Yeah.
And as things start to level up and come down in price costs, they decide to vote for Trump. And now they're willing to pay more because they think it's going to make them better. Donald Trump has lied in every way, shape, and form in regards to what he offers.
That part.
Donald Trump literally just recently said that Canada does not allow American banks, but that's false. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase,
Right.
Bank are in Canada. So as Donald Trump lies as he's getting on the Air Force One, saying that Canada does not allow American banks, he literally lied right there. It is going to cost, hold on. It is going to cost the American people, for Donald Trump's little game he's playing, $467 billion to the American people.
Wow.
It's going to cost $78 billion to Canada. If Trump pushes so hard, 1.5 million homes could be affected if Trudeau says, I'm shutting off the electricity.
Do we think he should shut it off?
Huh?
Do we think he should shut off
I
the
think he
electricity?
should, yes, I stand with Trudeau. I stand with Canada to do that.
But, oh my gosh. It's sad because we know innocent people are going to be caught up into this nonsense.
This is the oil we get. Canada, 4.5 million. Mexico, 620,000. Brazil, 356,000. Colombia, 297,000. Iraq, 284,000. Gas prices are going to go up.
Wow.
Listen to Mr. Global. You're going to be paying more money for gas under Donald Trump's second term. As you said, oh, he gave us under $2 gas. Well, guess what? He did it for 2 months. Russia and Saudi Arabia are part of OPEC. Mr. Global says that if Donald Trump gets OPEC to do anything for him, it's going to cost 500,000 jobs, 150,000 jobs within our oil industry, and then related jobs in regards to that, taking care of, restaurants and so on and so forth. People, related jobs associated with that. The thing is this, your costs are going to go up. So as jobs are being added to the point of 15 million jobs,
That's
wages
right.
are going up, 46,000 infrastructure jobs going on across America, CHIPS bill, PACT Act, things that are happening to the American people. Donald Trump this is a revenge tour, and there are fake Christians sitting in here smelling like fish right now. There are fake Christians smelling like fish that are sitting in here watching you. That they don't care if Donald Trump fires the FBI agents involved in investigations on January 6th, because that's what Donald Trump is doing. He's firing people who held people accountable for their criminal activity. You have Elon Musk has
That
the
part.
ability, who is not a government employee, and having his people being able to access 340 million Americans' private information, social
That-
security number, benefits,
that
so
part.
on and so forth.
Yep.
Donald Trump has fired people who stopped him or put them on leave, who have stopped them trying to get access to the computers. You have people that do not have high classified clearance to see any of this stuff.
Lori, he does know what he's talking about. But if you want to actually question some of the information that my good friend Attacking is talking about, Lori, send me a guest request, and I will gladly bring you up here. Lori.
Here are food prices that are going to go up. You guys say, well, just make America, make it here. There are things that we cannot grow here. And we are so large volume-wise with people, we have to buy food from other countries. You say, bring back businesses. Do you know that it'll take a year to a year and a half for the company to come back here, find a location, build a location, tool up, hire people, so on and so forth, about a year and a half. So you guys, as prices are going down and everything, stock market is going up, wages are going up, inflation is coming down, leveling off. You guys want to put somebody who wants to screw the American people, which includes you, that you're saying we're willing to pay more just to get Biden out of office. You're willing to screw your neighbors, your family, your friends in regards to losing their Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, disability payments. You had Donald Trump. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Hold on.
Attacking. Lay into them. Lay into these hypocrites.
Hold on.
Lay into them.
I will.
W Attacking in the chat, please. W Attacking.
You have Donald Trump lying about the plane crash with the helicopter,
Oh.
right? Saying it was DEI, it was Obama, Biden, and Pete Buttigieg. Well, guess what?
What's that?
Under Joe Biden's watch, there was not a commercial crash.
Not
In 40
one?
Not one. Not one. But then, now
this
all
is
of a sudden,
crazy.
under Trump, in 13 days of his presidency, there's been 6 associated incidences within the aviation industry. Donald Trump lying that it was DEI. The reporter says, how do you know? You're putting this information out without a proper investigation. How do you know? Common sense. Donald Trump doesn't have common sense. As a matter of fact, I'm listening to some really ignorant people saying that Donald Trump wrote an executive order to drop the JFK and all these other hidden secrets.
Right.
This person before the drop said that they know who really assassinated JFK. It wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald.
Really?
Yeah, they said they know. They know. They read the file. But it's kind of funny how if the file has been dropped, how can you already read it? How do you read this stuff? Do you have a special source? Do you have a special inside guy? And Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh,
Now they want Jeffrey Epstein too, but that's not going to come out. And by the way, if it was to come out, Donald Trump's going to make sure that his name's not in there.
Wait a second. So so they've been telling me, Attacking, that they are these so-called Trump supporters that voted for him that are Christians. They say they're trying to protect the kids, but you're saying Trump might be tied to Jeffrey E.
Oh, possibly, yeah. I mean, of course, they don't like the pictures. They just say just because he's there he doesn't know him.
How
But
Christ-like, right?
but Joe Biden sniffs girls. But Donald Trump says he's touched girls. I don't know what's worse, touching or sniffing.
Touching.
I kind of figured that, yeah. But in regards to Donald Trump, if you have Mexico and you have Canada, who has followed the rules of the USMCA.
Thank you.
All
And
of
who-
a sudden, he's being touchy.
Yeah.
He wants to act tough. This is nothing more than a revenge tour,
Thank you.
attacking everybody, is trying to hold him accountable for the illegal activity that you ignorant people don't give a damn about. You so-called fake-ass Christians, you so-called fake Christians
Get him.
say that you're ethically and morally superior than anybody else as you lie about lying that you don't lie.
Thank you.
So when you say you don't lie as you're lying, you're a liar.
Don W attacking.
I caught it.
Thank you. We got to keep it clean on this show.
I caught
Yeah.
it.
Someone said
You
louder.
don't have anything ethically and morally to show in regards to documentation, in regards to things that Donald Trump has said.
W
and done.
Wakanda in the chat.
And what he is doing right now
Tell him.
is going to destroy the fabric of America. And you're allowing it, you're pushing it, you're helping it.
Yep.
And for each and every one of you, I hope to God that you suffer because
W
we know
Wakanda.
we
Thank
know
you,
what's gonna
Wakanda.
happen.
What's that attacking?
We are
Because-
all going to suffer, but I'm glad that you will be part of it because you helped push this along.
Thank
and
you.
for you fake people
Yeah.
who lie about this stuff, right now you have Elon Musk who has all the information of 300 million people
You're right.
that he could look at a computer and say delete.
Thank
delete.
you.
There goes Social Security payment. Delete. There goes a disability payment. Delete.
Wow.
There goes your Medicaid. Delete. There goes your Medicare. Delete. There goes this. Delete. There goes that.
Thank you.
He is not a government employee, and Donald Trump has given him this access. And by
Sick.
the way, Kash Patel.
No. This live is not satire. This is a real truth. You need to sit your
Kash
special
Patel?
behind down. Yeah.
Kash Patel, a conspiracy theorist pushing the lie about Donald Trump in the 2020 election being stolen,
Yeah.
attacking FBI agents, saying that they're traitors, that they're the ones that should be put in jail. Media should be put in jail. You have Pete Hegseth, right?
Yep.
A guy who's an alcoholic who's assaulted women. You guys are saying he's okay. You have RFK, who's an anti-vaxxer. And all this stuff is coming out about his inappropriateness. And by the way, you had
Jeez.
800 so-called doctors signing a letter saying RFK knows what he's talking about. You know what's kind of funny to find out?
What's that?
You had an accountant write his name saying
Yeah.
he was a doctor. You had a fireman write in his name. All these 800 are fake people.
Wow.
They're doctors, and some of them have lost their licenses to practice law, being a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, attacking? This is what we got to do, though. We got to keep getting the truth out here just like you are, brother. All right. Now, I got to move it on. All right.
I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, W attacking in the chat. I mean, he got up here. He got up here and he told it like it is. And while he was telling the truth, I've been monitoring my chat a little bit while I could pay attention. And I see there's some Trump supporters out there that are getting triggered by the truth. Well, you know what I said at the top of the show? Actually, it wasn't me. I said, listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Ian, did you hear what I just played? If you don't like the truth, leave this live and go on and hang out with these other liars on TikTok. Because we're not going to be sugarcoating a thing, Ian. I don't know if this is your first time. And I invited you up here because you were putting that kind of nasty stuff in my chat. And I don't like it when people pollute my chat. So, Ian, since you didn't want to come up, you know what I'm going to say to my mods? I'm going to do like this, mods. Do what you wish with him. All right, because as far as I'm concerned, Ian is a Russian bot. And also, Ian, let me go ahead and send you straight to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Ian straight to hell. All right. Goodbye, Ian.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Hey, Ian, I got a message from your dear leader. This is what he says.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
And I think it's both. I think it's both, Ian.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on in this country right now is we have Trump supporters on the defense. They are literally lying every day like it's a religion. All right. And you can catch them in a lie as soon as they start talking, they're lying, right? These people are willfully volunteering to suffer for 4 years. You heard it. Because in the end is the promised land. I'll be able to be with Donald Trump in paradise. Oh, look at this. We got a MAGA. Okay, Justin, come on up here, Justin, please. Justin, you said something about more lie by. I mean, your English is terrible, by the way. Come on up here, Justin, and explain to us how we're lying. Justin doesn't have anything to say. Justin, you go straight to hell too. All right. Let me bring up the next guest, ladies and gentlemen, because we don't got all day to do this. All right. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you believe that Donald Trump is actually going to, save you and take you up to those pearly gates. All right, when he goes. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up here if you believe Donald Trump's going to carry your luggage as you all enter the pearly gates. All right. Oh no, God, Jesus, they're with me. Who out here believes that? All right. Because I want to talk to you. I really do. This is the last pit stop, honestly, before you actually end up, as far as I'm concerned, burning in eternal fire. Yeah, because this doesn't even make any sense. Trumpers are feeling, yeah. You don't think Jesus is going to let these Trump supporters in there? Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There we go. There we go. User, come on up here, user. Come on up here. These people that you talk to them, they believe that if they just listen to Donald Trump, if they just send him the last that they have, this is how they think, then Donald Trump is going to be sitting behind that Resolute desk and he's going to open up the letter that he got from them or the donation that he got. And he's going to say, because a light's going to come down from the sky. Bring this Trump supporter to the White House with me. All right, because this is how they think. And me and this Trump supporter are going to go and hang out with Ivanka, Don and Eric and Barron. And it's going to be like, Neverland, right? This is how these Trump supporters think. So they're willing to give every single thing they have to Donald Trump, including their lives. And then they get on my show and then they have the audacity to get triggered. You should see how you all look to the rest of us. Protests in LA. You see these protests, these Mexicans out there, they're protesting. All my Latino brothers and sisters who are actually standing up against tyranny. They're protesting because they see that we have a situation in this country that's pure evil. And while they're doing this, they still have some hypocrites and they know exactly who they are. If you know so much, why did you lose? Come on up here. I'll tell you why we lost. Oh, you can't even come up here. You still have some people up here, that are of the Latin culture still representing Donald Trump, despite the fact that their brothers and sisters are clearly outraged by the way that he's treating them like the T word, right? He's opening up Gitmo for you. And y'all still get out here and worship him? I told you, this is some sick stuff. This is some evil stuff going on in this country. And you know what? You are all in for a ride. All right, let's bring up the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 1 in the chat real quick if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right up. All right? Yeah, put a 1 in the chat and I'll bring you right up. What I'm looking for, you said, I hate this. Someone says, I hate to say it, but it may be their intelligence. That's crazy to me, though. That's crazy to me that you could see your brothers and sisters out here in these streets suffering and protesting, and you still put on that Trump gear, right? We seen the person that had the Latinos for Trump with his hands in the back, and you could know you saw the hands with the fingertips pointed up. I said, "Oh yeah, they got him." And they'll see that and still say, "I'm going to get out here and advocate for more of this." Okay, I see a one in the chat. Finally, I knew we were going to get somewhere. I knew we were going to get somewhere. Jorge, send a direct request. It's been an evil for the last 4 years. Oh, Betty, please send me a guest request because I can't send you one directly. All right, serious. Okay, we got someone. Jorge, good morning. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Didn't vote for Donald Trump, but I've also been around a lot of Latinos here who vote for Donald Trump, and I've been studying them like a fly on the wall, you know. And what I noticed is,
I was looking for a Trump supporter, Jorge.
Yeah, no,
Jorge.
I understand that, sir. And you know, I'm just trying to get my voice out here a little bit.
Well, you got to play
Without
by the
too much time.
rules,
What I'm
Jorge.
saying
Come
is,
on,
I
man.
understand that they understand. What I'm getting is then they voted for Donald Trump,
Jorge,
because they felt like they had to pay their
Jorge, my
dues to get
brother.
into this country the right way.
Jorge,
And I
brother,
understand
I
that
gotta
it-
slow you down, champ. I gotta slow you down, man. I want to let you talk. All right. When I ask for people to put a one in the chat, Jorge, you could come back up, but you just can't overtalk Zeus. You just can't. You can't do that, bro. Now listen, come back up here and let's hear it. But you gotta let me do what I do, Jorge. Seriously, you just can't keep going. I gotta get it out. Fine. Let's get it out, but you can't just steamroll Big Zeus, all right? Because then I start to get that look in my eye, all right? Let's bring Jorge back, ladies and gentlemen, all right? And I'll show you all. This is what being Triple H is all about, all right? You just can't steamroll Big Zeus. There's some sins in this kingdom, and it doesn't matter what side you're on. There's some sins. You can't get up here and start saying you're the most handsome, all right? Because that'll get you in a lot of trouble. So let's just get it understood how this is going to go, Jorge, all right?
Of course.
All right. Now, you came up here under false pretenses, and I don't like that, but I get it. There's a situation happening out here that think this is important and needs to be addressed, and I think that's what you're trying to speak to. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, so let's go. We got about 2 minutes, if you don't mind, and then I'm going to go back to doing what I do. Thank you. All right, W. Jorge in the chat.
And you know, the audience, you know, like I said, these guys, they voted for Trump, and they say, you know, hey, you know, we paid our dues, we paid the way, we did it the right way, and it's not fair for everyone here to come in here and just kind of, you know, sitting duck, you know, kind of squatters in your home.
Yeah, these are other Latinos that did
Valid.
this.
You know, it's valid that, you know, they had to pay out of pocket, they had to do things the right way.
Right.
And I can see that. The problem is immigration here is a lie. The way that they've been told that immigration works here has always been a lie. And it's something that needs to be addressed as a nation. That, you know,
Yeah.
immigration is needed. It's part of the economy. It's a thing. It's not about hate. It's not about it's part of the fucking economy, man.
Well, we keep it clean, Jorge. We got to
Yeah,
keep it clean.
It's part of the economy.
Thank you.
And
Now, Jorge, can you hear me?
yes.
All right. So, why do you think your Latino brothers and sisters that came in legally, why are they so angry at these people who are just trying to make an honest living? What? And do you think that they forgot that if they allow this to happen, that they themselves could be also harmed? Because there's a lot of innocent Americans being sucked into these mass deportations. It's a disconnect, right?
It is. It definitely is. It's like they say their struggles are, you know, well, we left violence. We left that, and we're trying to find better here. And now we fear that they're going to bring it over. It's a bunch of fear. It's a bunch of low
Fear.
economics for everyone, and it's fear. It's placing each other to hate each other, to fear each other, when they can help us. The government can help us, and they choose not to. They just choose to say, hey, it's your neighbor's fault that there's not enough food in the grocery store.
Oh, ain't that something? They demonize your neighbors. And
Yeah.
and it's the crab in the bucket mentality being implemented right now. I mean, I've seen that before. I've seen the crab in the bucket mentality. And I'm sitting here watching this and I'm going, whatever happened to just being good people?
Right.
Right? They just and they're like, I would rather be a Trump supporter than to be a good person. Isn't that crazy? These people, you know, they claim to be very religious. Do you buy it?
Of course not. It's not. Everyone who understands religion, no matter what religion you believe in, knows it's wrong. And the fact that that's a universal language in any religion says a lot about the
Thank
one
you.
that you're not in.
Thank you. Thank you. Well,
Thank
listen,
you for your
Jorge.
time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my good friend, my new friend, Jorge W. in the chat for Jorge. I appreciate you, bro. All right, we're going to move it back on. Yeah, a lot of people are saying MAGA are not Christian. So, again, is there any Trump supporters out there? Really, seriously, this show only goes 2 hours at max. We don't have time to play around with you. Why are you all afraid to come up here and reveal yourselves? It reminds me of that story, in the Garden of Eden, right? Right, in the Garden of Eden, and Adam sinned and Eve sinned, and God was trying to get them and say, "Where are you?" And they were hiding. They hiding. We've been schooling them for a week. Yeah. You're hiding in the chat right now because you either don't have the. Well, never mind. I'm going to leave it alone. You're hiding, Wilson. You're hiding. You're hiding. Okay. Come on, Arima. Come on. Okay. There we go. I knew it. All right. You all see, I run a pretty stand up operation over here. All right. If you're respectful, we have the conversation. If you get disrespectful, I'm always going to win. That's all. But we want to get to the place of understanding because I don't believe you can move forward until we get to that place. Good morning, Ari, the beautiful Ari. Arima, good morning. Am I pronouncing your name right? Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah, it's Arima. It's
Uh,
Arima. Thanks for having me on,
Where's
Zeus.
your name from? You're welcome.
My name is from the Yoruba culture. I have
Um,
immigrant parents. They did everything the right way. They were immigrants. And through legal processes, they were able to stay here as immigrants and
now, do
gain
you
their
voted
citizenship.
for Trump?
I absolutely did. I didn't vote for Trump. I voted Republican. Let me rephrase that. I am a Republican. I don't necessarily stand for Trump, but however, his ideals I am aligned with for the most part and I agree with.
Okay, I'm just listening. I'm listening. So you didn't vote for Trump, right? You voted Republican.
I voted Republican, yes.
Why does that even matter? Like why would you make that clarification? Is there something in your world where you feel saying you voted for Trump isn't a good thing?
Well, absolutely.
Oh.
Everyone knows the controversy surrounding Donald Trump with his, somewhat racist remarks. I do identify as a Black American, although my parents are immigrants. I was born here as a Black woman. So we do have several controversy, picking at disabled people. Some of his comments are very controversial. So yeah, I do have to make that
You said controversial comment?
discrepancy or that distinguishment that I'm not for Trump, but I am for the Republican ideals.
Got it. But Trump,
Absolutely.
let's just
Calling
be.
Puerto Rico a pile of trash, saying that there are Black jobs.
So you know all of the stuff that he's done. And would it be fair for me to
Yes, I
ask
do.
if you are a woman of faith? Are you a woman of faith?
I do have faith,
You-
absolutely.
And when I say faith, I'm assuming I mean
If
like
you're asking
you're
if I'm a
religious.
Christian, I'll say no, I'm not a Christian.
Okay, but you're religious.
I am not a Christian.
Okay.
I am very religious, yes.
Oh, okay. So which religion do you practice?
I practice Regla de Ocha. It's Afro-Cuban. However, it goes back to Africa under the umbrella of what would be called Ifa Icheche.
Okay, I honestly I don't know anything about that, but I'm glad that I try to really get to a place of understanding. So the things you said were you are aware of his controversial remarks. Some of them are racist. Let me ask an honest question. Do you think racism is a real thing in this country based on your experience as a Black woman?
Absolutely.
It's a
It's a real thing. It's a thing that has not changed, although it may be well hidden now, but I wouldn't say the racism or the amount of racism in this country has changed since the 40s and 50s when, my grandparents came over.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say it's changed.
All right, and does Donald Trump, in your opinion, help further, the progress we're trying to make in terms of, addressing racism and trying to provide remedies for it, or do you think he makes it worse?
I think he makes it more comfortable for those with racist ideals to come out of hiding, to feel empowered, perhaps.
Okay.
But I believe those are just underlying feelings that those people already have, not something
So
that he is necessarily putting into them.
so let's just say he makes race issues worse.
Okay.
Now this thing that he did with the prisoners, or he calls them hostages. Now those January Sixers, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes.
Have you been keeping up with some of the things that they've been finding these people are have found to have done on top of the actual crimes that they committed on January 6th, like things harmful to children? You heard about that?
I have heard about that. Yes.
Unaliving people due to the DUI thing, stuff like that.
I didn't know it was due to DUI. I
Yeah,
thought it was just based off of their crimes against children.
well, that's one of them, but another one of them unalived someone with a DUI shortly after. And then there's another one that I just read about. It was for grape. How do you feel about? And I know you're a religious person, so I'm trying to frame it in the best way that I can. How do you feel about him releasing prisoners back into our streets?
That one I don't agree with. That's one of those policies, one of those executive orders that he made that I don't necessarily agree with. But the reason I voted the way I did, which again was for a Republican, was because I do agree with a lot of their other ideals. I do not believe that certain things need to be taught at a school level.
Like what?
Well, let's say the gender issue, the right to identify as a cat or to have drag queens. And I have no qualms against anyone that is gay or transgender, LGBTQ. However, I don't believe that belongs in the schools.
Okay. So that was an issue. And what else? What I'm trying to figure out, because honestly, if you had to pick a roll the dice and say, do I deal with criminals who have done very terrible things, or do I deal with, the reality that my child might be exposed to, alternative lifestyles? That's what I'll call it, because I don't like using the word DEI anymore. Let's just say my child is being exposed to alternative lifestyles that perhaps might set them up for success. Which of the two would you say is the worst? The releasing of the prisoners or the gender issue?
I think they're both equally bad. If I had to pick worse, probably the criminals, but then again, we should all know how to defend ourselves in the event that something like that comes to be a part of our lives.
Well, one could also say then we all should understand how to frame things in their proper context, right? I mean, like you said, if you don't have a problem with the way a person identifies, then you should be able to have that conversation with your child and say, hey, this is what's going on out here, but this is how I run things in my house. And that really shouldn't have been a situation, in my opinion, where you said, I would rather have a community full of criminals than to at least educate my child. Don't you think that's a failure on your end a little bit?
I don't believe it's a failure on my end because I do educate my children. We do run things differently in my home. So as far as them taking, let's say, Black history away, that wasn't an issue for me because we are taught in our home very differently from what they would teach in schools anyway. So that is the responsibility of the parent.
So you're okay with them taking away Black history in the schools? Because that's something that,
I am okay with that. The reason I'm okay with that is because I don't feel it was ever taught correctly anyway. They didn't discuss George Washington Carver. And this is in the Florida school district where I'm from. So growing up in Florida, those types of things already weren't taught. So if we really wanted to learn Black history, that came from the teachings of our parents and our elders within the home. They never really taught Black history in schools. So it didn't really impact us as a family. We teach anyway in our own home.
If they never really taught it, then I would imagine leaving it in the school wouldn't have been an issue, right? Because it seems to me like what you're doing is you're basically advocating for making your life harder, right?
No, I make my life better.
No,
Better.
No, because you already acknowledge that if someone identifies as a certain type of way, right, you really wouldn't have an issue with them. Right. But then at the end of the day, I would imagine if somebody were to say a racist slur to you, you would probably take issue with that. Correct?
No, No, that has happened. I've been called a black, you know what, more times than I
And
can
that's
count.
accept. So you're so basically on this show
It's
with
expected.
So
It's
okay. So I
expected.
played this game before. So if I were to bring up somebody and say, go ahead and just call her whatever you want, you would just go, oh, that's totally acceptable.
I would have something to say back. I
No,
know how
no.
to defend
But
myself.
why? But no. But that's the problem right here. You and I both know, as people of color, that there's lines out here, and if you cross them, then you're going to get a reaction. You're going to get a response. And the way that I'm saying this is, you don't want anyone using the N word and calling you that, right? You don't want no one calling
I
your
don't
child
want them
that. You
to,
don't
but
want no
I
one.
do
Your
expect
child
them
comes
to.
home, ma'am, and says someone called me the N word. You're gonna do what?
I'm going to explain to them where that came from. That has already happened. I'm going to explain to them where that came from. I'm
Why?
going to explain to them because they need to know that the words of those people had no effect on who they are. I've already taught you who you are. So what other people have to say about you shouldn't have such an impact on you. And I understand as a child they wouldn't understand that initially, just like
Would
I
my main
didn't.
question is, would it be a problem to you?
It wouldn't be a problem to me.
It would
I
not be a
expect
problem.
that. I am from the South. I expect that still to this day.
So let me make sure I understand. You're okay with people calling your child derogatory names. That's crazy to me, all right? But I'll take your word on that. All right. Now, the reason I'm kind of hammering that point home is because Donald Trump's he's passed these executive orders, ma'am, that make it very, very difficult for like people like you. If you're working and there's a workplace discrimination issue that comes up, he's basically saying don't enforce it, right? And to me, that's
I
actually
own my own
harmful.
business. I'm able to talk to you right now in the middle of a workday because I have created my own lane, my own path that is a branch that can be
But
passed on
man,
to my children. So
man.
when it comes to the workplace,
So
I don't
it's
experience those
selfish.
things.
So you're selfish. So
I
because you're
wouldn't say
not
it's
no
selfish.
no
I'm self-preserved.
no, the
I'm
reason I'm saying it's
prepared.
selfish is because you're not in a situation where you think these laws don't hurt you, then you're saying to hell with everybody else. But I got some bad news for you. Businesses could be sued. Just because you are a self-employed person doesn't mean you're not capable of having to deal with a discriminatory situation. As a business owner, you should know that. And what he's done, ma'am, is put your business at risk to a certain degree because say you're trying to go after a contract, I don't know what you do, but if there's some racial undertones involved, there's no way to enforce it. And this is the part I'm trying to make sure you and I are on the same page about. As far as I'm concerned, you're advocating for the destruction of all the progress all of our very, very powerful leaders before us came and fought for. You're basically saying do away with them because guess what? I'm over here getting it in. And that to me is the issue.
Okay.
It's self-centered. And then on top of that, I don't really think you're being as transparent about how these things really feel. I promise you, if someone called your child a derogatory name, you would be livid. You would be at that school, especially if it was a teacher. You would be at that school saying,
Now,
"Oh no,
yes,
huh?"
you are right about that.
Because I know this.
You're
But
right
what I
about that. Yes, I'm going to
but
school, but I'm also going to tell him, honey, this is how people really feel. Be glad that they showed you who they really are.
ma'am,
And you didn't have to figure you
ma'am,
found out who they really are.
ma'am. But the thing is, when you sit back and you have to think about and reflect on this situation you're in, you advocated for this. So to me, it's crazy that you would actually show up to the school and have an issue with these people when you helped create the conditions. Because you know what you did? Well, I'm a Republican. And so I'm going to go along with this guy who you've acknowledged is a terrible person. Right now, he's implementing blanket tariffs. Do you think that's going to impact you at all?
Absolutely. That will
Okay,
impact the
okay.
economy in general.
Huh?
In general, it'll impact the
It's
economy
going to
that we
cost
have.
you. It's going to cost the average American a lot more money for the things they sat back and cried about for the last 4 years. So, what I'm trying to help you understand, ma'am, is whatever religion that you're practicing, you need to knock it off because it ain't helping you. It's actually getting you out here to be a hypocrite. You look like a hypocrite.
Well, I don't believe that to be true, Zeus, unfortunately. Yes, I understand what you said when you said it sounds selfish, but we're all here due to the preservation of people before us. The strongest survives. the smartest survives, and no matter what changes occur in this society, you either evolve with them or you just demise. And that's my stance on it all. So when it came to abortions, when it came to deporting, I agree with all of those things.
Okay.
It aligned with my vision.
Okay. See, I didn't want to talk about any of those things because I think you're in over your head, right? So a woman making a decision about what's happening with her body, that's a problem to you? Do you? I don't
I'm
even.
not going to say it's a problem. Abortion is
Well, could you
it's an
say AB?
unreversed
Could you
thing.
say AB? But listen, I think it's
Okay.
not. AB isn't a black and white issue. That's what I've learned. There's a lot of things that happen with a woman's body, right?
Absolutely.
And it might, in the world that we're in now, fall under that. But guess what's happening? Sisters like you are losing their life out here. Because guess what? The doctors can't do anything to help them. Yeah, it might be classified as AB, but really what it could be is just a medical procedure. All right. And this is the problem, Arima. You've gone down a dark and dangerous road. You are basically advocating to give up your rights in the name of so-called feeling safe. And the question that I have for you, honestly, do you feel safer now under Donald Trump with these airplanes coming crashing out of the sky, knowing brothers and sisters are going to get their lives ripped and torn apart because now police have immunity? Do you have a son?
I have two sons. I have two black sons
I'm done.
growing up in America. Yes, I do.
I'm done. You putting your sons through this?
Through what? My other son, he voted the other way. The one that's old enough to vote, he voted the other way because that's what aligns with his views.
You mean he voted for Kamala?
He did. His first time able to vote, and that's what he chose to do.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, Arima? I'm going to bring up someone, and because I understand these conversations very well. Let me see. Okay, let me bring them up. All right, and let's see if my brother can help you. All right, because I don't know what else to say to you, but you honestly you're on the wrong side. Good morning, Q Dog. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Zeus.
Good morning. You heard what this sister's talking? You heard what she's talking about?
Well, the first part of the conversation, I'm getting interpretation that she's saying that she thinks that she's not black, but she got black sons.
No, you are absolutely
Well,
incorrect. I am pro-black, but not anti anything at all.
okay. I want you to listen to this, and I want everybody to listen to this in the chat and see exactly what is taking place. Let me know, Zeus, if you can hear it clearly.
This weekend, the Trump administration came after USAID, an independent government agency
Can you hear it, Zeus?
foreign
Yes,
aid.
sir.
Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE, has now forced its way into the agency's classified systems. And now the very officials who tried to push back are placed on leave after Musk's team tried and succeeded in gaining access to personnel files and security systems, including classified systems and security clearance information for USAID employees. This comes after Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent gave Musk's team access to the department's $6 trillion payment system, which handles federal payroll, retirement benefits, healthcare, and government insurance. As first pointed out by Senator Ron Wyden, Musk now has access to the Social Security numbers, government contract payments, including those that compete with his own companies. What he doesn't have is a security clearance or the right to access that information. Now, this comes after the acting deputy secretary, David Lebrecht, at the Treasury Department resigned Friday after Musk's team first requested access to their system. Always made his intentions clear. Just this weekend, he admitted that he wanted access to the personal data of many so that he could shut down what he calls illegal payments to essential nonprofits. Well, today he took it a step further. He actually called USAID a criminal organization. And based on new reporting from NBC News, federal workers across several agencies are growing worried over what they describe as Trump's war against his own government, as Elon Musk helps carry out his battles. And we can report that employees are receiving emails reminding them constantly that they could be fired at any moment. One of them told us that if you want government to function, you wouldn't attack federal employees daily with psychological warfare. You'd want them to show up motivated. Now, the president might be using Musk to carry out his dirty work, but don't lose sight of what Musk is really in it for, possibly his own bottom line. Take this past September, when Musk called for the FAA administrator at the time, Mike Whitaker, to resign after first finding SpaceX, then ultimately grounding Starship operations following an explosion during a test launch that left fields of debris on communities below. By Inauguration Day, Whitaker was gone, thanks in part to the pressure campaign that was launched by Musk. In fact, as the plane crashed last week over Washington, D.C., the United States actually had no FAA administrator. Shrinking government has always been on Musk's to-do list. He's always raged against big government. And now a man who's always down to troll and get petty has access and potentially control of sensitive federal data. Not to mention all the data he has through owning X. We should note that Elon is amping up the antics at a time when polling shows many Americans not cool with billionaires calling the shots. 6 in 10 Americans say they believe it is dangerous that President Donald J. Trump is relying so much on billionaires for policy advice. In short, folks, anywhere else, an unelected billionaire creating a government department out of nowhere, taking control of classified and personal data, bullying officials out of their posts, and helping a leader purge the federal government, as I said, anywhere, we would probably be calling that a coup. Real about something else. Elon Musk is not a federal employee, nor has he been appointed by the president, nor approved by the Senate to have any legitimate leadership role in government. With me now, former Republican Congressman Denver Riggleman. He's the author of The Breach, the untold story of the investigation into January 6th.
Now, hold on. I want to ask you, Q Dog, what is Arima not understanding about that information? Because she seems to think she's on the right side of this.
Well, I want her to do is go on MSN, NBC, and pull up Trump and Musk friendship takes a dark turn. Here's the thing that you got to understand. This man has already started the first 2 weeks, going into the third week with.
He's done a great job going into the first 3 weeks.
No, he hasn't.
He absolutely has.
No, he hasn't. And if you think that, you're delusional.
Okay.
Now, what you got to understand. Hold on. What you got to understand is you got 2 black sons, right?
Thank you.
And you have.
Big ones. Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
You say big ones. Okay, but there's a lot. Okay.
Intimidating ones. Yes, I do.
Really? Yeah. I'm 6'11", 270 pounds.
So you understand.
Now here's something. No heavy lifting. What I need you to listen to. Okay, you're a mother. And you're in Florida on top of that, where they have laws, stand your ground laws.
That part.
Now here's the thing. He's already implemented that he's going to administrate that police have total immunity when it comes to situations.
He's going to attempt to implement that. We have to still vote on that. We have not voted as a state or country on that.
I need you to stop for a minute. This is the reason why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you can hear more than you can speak. Now, what you need to understand is you putting your sons in jeopardy. That racist white tee police officers can do anything at any point in time and have no repercussions whatsoever come against them. Now, we've seen it in the past with Trayvon Martin. We've seen it in the past with Sonia Massey. We've seen it in the past, and don't act like you haven't seen this and have a delusional amnesia thought of what took place.
Absolutely not. I'm completely aware.
So you know about Trayvon Martin. He just brought up.
I was a teenager when that happened, but I'm very much aware of what happened with Trayvon Martin, not very far from where I live.
So you already know what the deal is and what's going on down in Florida. Now, here's the thing. These folks are coming out like drones. And when I'm talking about white tea supremacy, I'm talking about Triple K's. Listen. I'm talking about triple Ks. I'm talking about the Yahtzees. You know what I'm talking about. Why do you think Elon Musk did what he did on the platform on Inauguration Day? I want you to understand, before Trump got into office, before he even started thinking about politics, he was in deep with the Russian mob. To this day, he still owes them. That's the reason why he's bringing all these billionaires into play. Because on his last election run, he was in cahoots with trying to figure out how he's going to repay these folks. Now, you got to understand this. He's dealing with the wrong folks. And the one thing that he definitely needs to not deal with is them folks over there where he tried to send that plane. And you know where I'm talking about. I'm going to say Colombians.
Right.
We understand what Colombians are capable of. That's the wrong people you want to deal with. You want to mess with.
You agree with that,
Do you not
Arima?
understand what our military is capable of?
You have no idea. You have no idea. How old are you?
That's a
How
point
old
that
are
the
you?
United States does not have one of the greatest militaries in the world, which is not true.
How old are you?
I'm 41 years old.
You're 41. 41 years, and you have not. When was the last time you picked up a government book?
A government book I just read, Project 2025, probably December was the last time.
You read
Hey, you like
Project
that?
25. That's not a part
No,
of it.
I didn't
That's not
agree with that,
government.
and that is not endorsed by President Donald Trump. That was they actually endorsed Kamala Harris.
So you're in agreement with what the triple Ks and what they regulate.
This is
Absolutely
sad.
not. Absolutely not.
Hold on. You said absolutely
That,
not.
Wow.
You implying that is absolutely
But
false.
you know everything he's doing is right out of Project 25. So if he didn't
Not
endorse it,
everything he's doing
no.
is out of 2025.
Hey, Zeus, I got
Yeah.
a question. She just answered that you're not for what the triple Ks are for, right?
Correct.
Okay.
that's a lie.
Do you know what Do you know where Make America Great came from?
This is sad.
And
This is
I've
sad.
asked this question. This is the fourth time I asked this
Well,
question.
what you're about to say about the origin of that slogan, that has not been confirmed. That is an opinion. That is an idea
not an
that
opinion.
has not been
It's not
confirmed
an
by the
opinion.
person using
Research
it.
it. Research it. I
Research
researched
it, but it has to be source-based research, and the source is not reliable.
I researched it.
That came from.
What is your source telling you?
The source, it's not my source. It is a source that I've come across that implies that.
What is
Hold
your
on, you're
terminology?
asking me a question, but then you're not letting me answer the question.
Well, you haven't answered the question. Where did it come from?
The source that I read, again, it's not a source-based research.
That's not an answer. You're dancing around the question.
I'm not
Where
dancing
did the
around the
source come
question.
from? Or would you like me to tell you? Would you like me to tell you?
Oh, you can tell me. Tell me where it came from.
It came from the triple Ks. Back in the 30s.
That's
Pull it up, ma'am. Pull it up. There's a banner that you remember those cars that you had to crank up in the front of the car. You had to get outside and crank it up. Okay, there's a banner with a whole bunch of them gathered together with a big ass banner that says "Make America Great Again." It didn't come
if I
from
were to
Ronald
see
Reagan.
that, which I never saw that.
Okay, well, you might want to look it up. You might want to look it up before you start talking.
Thank you.
Because you talking and spewing stuff and know nothing about. You didn't even give me
And that is why, I don't know if you missed, when I came onto the platform, I said I am not for Trump, I am for Republican.
Oh, okay.
That is that
Okay.
I made that distinction.
Well, listen.
I made that distinction very
She's a
clearly.
grand candidate for the Lake of Fire.
She's ready for the Lake of Fire. I
Yeah,
agree.
She been ready. She
But-
been ready.
Well, listen,
And
Q, I
I pray
appreciate
for
you.
your sons.
Yeah.
I pray for your sons because you down in Florida and you got something ahead. How old are they?
My sons are 20 and 16.
Lord have mercy.
Let's hope they make it to 21. Both.
Yeah. All right.
We don't
well, listen.
have to hope. They're very well protected. They're
You know
very
what?
intelligent, and they know how to survive in the society
You know what?
that they were born into.
Oh, okay.
They clearly know how to survive in the
No,
society.
no,
that they
man.
were born
No.
into.
Okay.
Hold on. I think.
I'm
go for
quite
it.
sure Mike Brown said the same thing.
Oh, and that's the
I'm
thing.
quite sure Trayvon Martin's parents said the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think so. If you know about Trayvon Martin's parents,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
okay,
think so.
okay.
Yes, they
You
are.
know a lot.
The
You
things
know a lot
people
by
But
not saying nothing.
Arima, honestly, you're talking to two black men up here. And for some strange reason, you seem to not be able to process what we're trying to get across to you. And I could only imagine how difficult this has been for the sons that you said you had to raise, especially the one that voted for Kamala Harris. This is a situation, ma'am, that you've ended up in, and I know how you got here. It's because some hatred due to something you've been through. I don't know if it's a dating relationship that went bad. No, it's a dating relationship that went bad, and you're on this revenge tour.
Dating?
And yeah.
I'm still with the person that I have.
That doesn't mean there's
no
not.
dating.
That doesn't mean there's no
dating
trauma there. Listen,
relationship.
that doesn't mean there's no trauma. That doesn't mean there's no trauma.
You are self-projecting, and you are absolutely incorrect.
I can figure this out easily.
She's already. Stop for a minute, young lady.
Yeah.
She's already implemented that she has not recognized the power of God. She's implemented
that is untrue. I said I'm not a Christian, not that I am not religious, nor am I did I imply
do you believe
that.
in God?
A single God, absolutely.
No. Do you believe in God?
Therapy, yeah.
Absolutely. I believe in God.
I hope you do, because if you put
absolutely right.
If you put any other idol above him, he clearly said he's a jealous God.
Well,
and understand this. If you put anything up before him, you're putting your children at jeopardy. Understand?
How would I put anything before him when God is the beginning of my day and the last thing I say at night? Nothing goes before or after God for me.
I hope and pray that your children don't become hashtags.
And this is where I'm getting at. This is what I'm getting at.
Right now, he's already taken out that if anything happens with your sons or my child or anybody, that these police are going to get off with no problem. They already trying to unwind what happened.
Legal system, absolutely.
Ma'am, what I'm trying to find out.
That's what you better do.
What I'm trying to find out is, why are you taking out this on your children?
I'm not taking out anything on my children.
Yes,
I am preparing.
You don't see it. You don't see it.
Please let me answer the question that I was just asked. He said, "Why am I taking it out on my children?"
Yes, because we're telling you.
Out on my children, I am preparing my children for the world that has been created for them to live in.
Let me understand why. Which one? Your oldest. Why did he have common sense to try
that
to
part?
Vote for the one
my son voted
that
for
part.
Her.
That part.
My son voted for her simply
there's
because.
A difference. It ain't talking about between Trump and Harris.
No,
it's about right.
So
it's
now
about right and wrong.
Question that you're not letting me answer.
Okay, please answer. Please answer.
You said, why did he vote for her? My son's answer was, women should be able to do what they want to do with their body.
And
that's
how is it he
why
got
my
more
son decided to vote for her.
You the mama. How you got more common sense than you?
What do you mean? Why does he have?
So
more?
your son sound like your son is on the right page. Your son
trying to get you on the right path.
Man,
wow. I don't believe in AB, so why would that be a voting?
It's more
point
than just AB. It's about what our civil rights leaders fought for 60, 70 years.
Our civil
You know what? You don't realize the executive order that he just signed to remove all
their baby in danger.
Of course, we've already discussed that.
Okay, you understand
now hold on, Q Dog. Now I gotta do a little bit of make it even. So I'm gonna move on. All right, but listen, Q Dog, I might have to bring you up, and we're gonna let another person speak to this sister up here before we do what we gotta do.
Do me a favor, and I'm asking for Olive Branch. Please bring up either Troy Facts or Takesha.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Q Dog. Let's give Q Dog a round of applause. No lies detected. All right, thank you. We tried to give her the perspective of the brothers out here, and she's refusing to hear it. But for some strange, yeah. Thank you.
I got a daughter, so this is the reason why I'm coming at you the way I'm coming at you, because we as a people are destroying ourselves from the inside.
Thank you. All right, brother, ladies and gentlemen, that's Q Dog. Let me bring up, he said bring up Takesha, all right? And then we'll get to judging, all right? And they say, Zeus, don't say this, but you know what? You got to go there sometimes with people that are difficult, because I see what she's doing. Good morning, Takesha. I see what she's doing. I've seen this demon before, and I know what's going on. Hi, Takesha, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. Q Dog said, could you bring Takesha up, and maybe you could help get some information across to this sister who's clearly lost.
The one thing that I heard Arima say was that she voted for Trump. Well, she voted Republican because she didn't want the transgender stuff taught in schools.
I heard that.
Then she went on to say, and letting children identify as cats. And I knew right then that Arima wasn't using her common sense. Because there is nowhere in any school where children are being identified, letting children be identified as cats using a kitty litter box.
That part.
Because there are so many kids with cell phones that if that was going on Zeus, we'll have so many pictures across the net of children using litter boxes.
Thank you, W. Takesha. Thank you, Takesha. Go
As an
ahead.
example,
You
Takesha. I
know,
use that as an example.
when people lack common sense, when they're adults, and
Mm-hmm.
they let somebody put a foolish thought like that in their head
That
that
part.
kids are at school acting like cats and using litter boxes. That makes no sense to the common sense of a full-grown adult.
You hear that?
And
That's
then when
facts.
y'all talked to her about her kids, she said they're intimidating. They're big boys.
I
For
heard
mine.
that.
For mine.
She
But as I can recall, little bitty David in the Bible got a slingshot and a smooth rock and unalive Goliath. So it doesn't matter their size. It doesn't matter if they're
No, I mentioned
intimidating.
their size because to
Baby,
police
somebody
officers and law
else,
enforcement, they would be considered intimidating.
police
That was the
are
reason
not
of me.
police are not intimidated when they have full immunity to do whatever they want to do to them.
Well, they
Trust
currently
and
don't have full
trust,
immunity, so we're speaking about a
ma'am,
situation that has not
ma'am,
occurred. We're
ma'am,
This is
speaking about a
sad.
hypothetical
ma'am,
situation.
ma'am,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
you're lost, and so I'm trying to help
All I'm
you.
saying
We're
is
speaking
this,
about a hypothetical
ma'am,
situation. Talk about something that
ma'am,
is current.
ma'am. Listen
She's
to me.
teaching you, ma'am.
From
Not
one
teaching
black
me. She's
mother,
expressing her
from
opinion from
ma'am,
fear mongering. This is fear
ma'am,
mongering.
ma'am,
This is fear mongering.
ma'am,
What's
You're talking
fear?
about a hypothetical situation. Law
ma'am,
enforcement does not have immunity.
ma'am,
It is proposed.
ma'am,
It has never been
She's
passed as law.
ma'am. Can please finish what I'm
Please
saying?
do. Go ahead. Please continue
Thank
what you're
you.
saying.
All I'm doing is talking to from one black mother to another one with two black sons. All I'm saying is this. I was just referencing what you and the other guests were talking about. And I was just saying that nobody is going to be intimidated by the size or the looks of your child if that law gets passed. That's all I'm saying. The thing is this, you keep talking about it's got to become law. Elon Musk was not voted in by the people.
Thank
Elon
you.
Musk did not sit in front of Congress, but Elon Musk has access to all of the Social Security and Medicare information. He
Thank
wasn't
you.
voted in, it wasn't voted on.
Thank
Trump
you.
just appointed him, sweetie. So what I'm saying is this. If they're letting him appoint people that didn't have to go through Congress, do you
Amen.
think they're going to stop him from giving full immunity to policemen?
The answer is,
They're not.
Arima, the answer is no. There's no
They're
laws in
not.
place, Arima. When you said that, I said you voted for a person that clearly breaks the law. So laws don't matter. This
You're
is a
not, they're
battle
not
about
going to
life
have to
and
vote
death.
on it. God forbid. I pray to God none of our children get caught up in it. I'm not wishing that on your children at all. I pray to God all of them be safe and sound. But what I'm saying is this. Donald Trump has nobody to stop him from doing anything he wants to do. Because for some reason, the Republicans fear this man. I can't even figure it out how grown men are bowing down to another grown man and put his pants on every day, same way they do.
And women. And sisters out here.
That's what I'm saying. So, okay, you voted Republican because of your beliefs. But in your beliefs, you voted Republican, but you also voted and support Donald Trump.
Thank you.
Donald Trump supports Donald Trump. If Kamala
She's
Harris
not our
was a
sister.
Democrat and she did something that I didn't agree with, guess what I would have done? Not voted for Kamala, but
Thank
went
you.
down ballot and voted Democratic.
Thank you,
Because
W.
I know
Takesha.
they're going to support. just because you're a
Just don't vote
Republican,
Democrat
just
like Lyndon
because
B.
you're a
Johnson said he would have
Republican,
all black people doing. I'm
ma'am,
sorry. I don't know if
ma'am,
you missed any of
ma'am,
that since we were talking about Black history earlier. I don't
ma'am,
vote Democrats at all. So no, I
ma'am,
wouldn't have gone down the
Where
ballot
is
to vote Democrat.
ma'am.
where is all this
I
anti-democrat
was
stuff
talking
from?
about myself. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not listening to understand. You're listening to respond. Because I said nothing about you voting Democrat. I was making a likeness of you could have voted Republican down ballot and not voted for Trump. That was the whole purpose of me saying what I said. But you're not listening to understand. You listen to come back at me with a response.
That part. You see the
But I
issue?
want to say, but Zeus, I really
Mm-hmm.
wanted to say this to the people today.
Talk to him, Takesha.
There is a scripture
Oh,
in the Bible
go ahead, speak on it.
that breaks down exactly what's going on. And because as you know, we are the modern day children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
In Isaiah, the 3rd chapter,
Go
the
ahead.
1st through the 15th verse, read
Go
it
ahead.
in the New Living Translation. It's going to describe the people that's in office as babies and
Amen.
children.
Amen.
It's going to describe Elon Musk as the man wearing the suit looking rich. That's why people want him, because he got this rich facade. I told all my people that I know, read this passage and it's going to
Amen.
show you exactly what's going on, Zeus. That's why I keep telling y'all, we finna go through some hard times.
Hey, tell him,
We finna go through
Takesha.
some shortages.
She ain't lying.
We
Go
about to
ahead.
go through some shortages. So if you claim to be a Christian, if you claim to believe in God, if you claim to know that word, read that and you will know exactly why what's happening is happening. Y'all have
Amen.
chose somebody that's a king that y'all wanted, and y'all gonna
Thank
pay for
you.
that. But as
Yep.
for you,
There's
man,
consequences.
as
Go
for
ahead,
you,
talk to her.
there's nothing that we can say that's gonna get through. Because at the end of the day, anybody that believes children are peeing in a little box at school ain't
Yeah.
nothing in the world. You probably believe that they going in as a boy, and when they mama pick them up, they coming out as a girl. See, y'all believe anything these folks tell y'all. Donald
Go
Trump is the
ahead.
biggest liar ever. And he tells
Thank
the
you.
weirdest, craziest stuff because he know that y'all gonna believe the weirdest, craziest, non-common sense stuff.
W Takesha. W Takesha. So this is where we're at, Arima. All right. We've addressed a lot and we've covered a lot of territory with you. All right. I need you to really reflect on the conversation that we've had and really address the real issue. Why are you angry at black folks? It's the
You
most.
are mistaken with that comment. That is absolutely untrue. I
Are you,
love black people. I've said already, I am pro-black and anti-nothing at all.
no,
I'm
because
also pro my own family and whatever environment that is created for us, we make the best of it, the very best of it. We live very good lives. And
how about
so
this?
whatever may be going on for other people doesn't affect us the way it was.
How about this? How about this? We'll do a poll. How many people listening to this live believe Arima, who voted for Donald Trump, is pro-black like the Black Panthers?
Stop!
Put a one in the chat. Do you think she's pro-black voting for Trump? Go ahead.
Am
Put
I
a.
pro-black, you guys?
Hey Zeus, can I
How about
address
put a
somebody?
no? Put a no if you don't think she is.
Can I address somebody in the comments, Zeus?
Okay.
Look at this.
Zeus.
Look at yes, Takesha.
That's
Yes.
a lot of no's.
That's
Chris,
a.
Chris, I am speaking English, and because you're an
Look at
ignorant
all these
idiot,
no's.
you can't understand English. So you know that this is what English is. Maybe you can't hear because maybe you waiting on me to speak pig Latin or something like that, something that you probably understand. So
No,
Yeah.
please
English
leave me
works
alone
well.
because
You
I'm
can
not
do
bothering
English,
you. And I,
Spanish,
I am the
or
last
Yoruba. Either
person.
one.
I'm
This is
talking to
sick.
Chris. I am the
Oh, okay.
last person that
Look at
you
all these
really want to
no's.
go to war with. Trust and believe that. They better warn you about me because I have it where you erase your entire account.
Yep. Thank you, Takesha and Chris. Relax. So, I've asked everyone, please put a no if you believe she is, a black activist. If you believe I need to know how many people think she's a black activist in here. Yes, no means we don't believe it. Let's see. All right, so we're over 100. All right, and that's quite a few, a lot. Actually, look at that. Oh my God, it's going up. Look at this. And some are saying H no. Everyone, please put a no in the chat just so we can get her to a place of understanding. Arima, no one in here believes you care about black people.
Okay.
So what are you going to do with that information? Because we've all heard what you said, and we've all said it in the best way we could. And I'm a fair host, right? I'll actually give you a lot of leverage, a lot of rope. All right, but you know what? You give some people
You
a
are
lot of.
not a fair host. You are absolutely biased, but it's okay. You are absolutely biased.
No,
Please
no.
don't say you're a fair host.
I'm fair. I've let you get your opinion out, and people. Takesha. It looks like you got flagged, Takesha. I don't want to get you in trouble. So look at what you did, Arima. You came into my live. Look at that. Kabira, she says I'm fair. All right. And you know what? We had an exchange, but my assessment is this. Donald Trump, you know he's racist. You know that racism would be a direct attack against your family, and yet you supported it. W. Caliente. You know you are a black woman in America living in Florida. Q-Dog came up here. We talked about stand your ground, and you said something about your sons. You said they're intimidating. And I said to myself, what kind of mother describes her sons as intimidating? Especially a black woman. You don't want to put that out there on your sons like that. But you did it. And that's why I zoned in on that. If something happened in your lifetime that's gotten
I
you.
said that they will be considered intimidating by the average law enforcement, which would be a white man. They're bigger than them. They're in size and stature. They speak articulately. Those are all things that are intimidating. That's why I refer to them as intimidating.
You need to take an implicit bias test because you got something sick going on inside of you. Because what you've done, and I don't think anyone has told you, and maybe if they try to, you just shut them down because, you know, that's kind of what people like you do when the truth comes. You are using this hatred you got. And I said something, I said, I don't know where it's trimmed, where it started from, right? We got a lot of issues as black folks. I don't know where
it's interpretation of things, and you are projecting because you are absolutely wrong. I have no traumas related to black men.
Okay, thank you. All right, okay. Well, then you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because I was going to say that was an out that you could have went and got professional help with. But now I know you're just willfully doing this. You're just willfully going after black men. It's starting with your son. And it's starting with your son. If you don't remember anything else, remember today that you had a conversation with other black men who called you to the carpet. Your son has more common sense than you do, especially when it comes to not just protecting his right, but protecting the rights of women all across this country. And you haven't been able to come clean about that because of something. And you know what I do? When y'all don't give me the information, I say, you know what? You're possessed with the MAGA demon. And that's what this is. You're possessed with the MAGA demon, ma'am. And so I thank you because you've been very, very respectful on the platform. But you got a lot of work to do. All right?
Well, thank you for your opinion, and thank you for having me on. Thank your viewers.
All right.
Everybody has a great Monday.
All right. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to take care of business. All right, because that's what I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Arima, and I hope to see her back here. All right, because you know you got to go after the lost sheep, and she's a lost sheep, right? But in the meantime, and in between time, Arima, I got to do this to you, and I'd hate to do it because I don't like doing my own this way. But you got to do it. You got to do them dirty sometimes, right? I'm going to go ahead and send Arima to the lake of fire, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because she deserves it. Arima, you sound like a nice woman, but that MAGA demon has done quite the thing to you. It's got you attacking your black children, your black sons, and you actually said something. They're intimidating. And I said, if my mom said such a thing about me, I would be like, Mom, what are you talking about? Just because I'm tall and intelligent, that means I'm handsome, not intimidating. But you kept repeating it. So what I'll do is hopefully this purges the MAGA demon out of you, Arima. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? We got to send her straight to hell. And let's give her a huge, huge round of booze and chains. I hate to do it. I hate it.
Silence, you
either stupid or you hate the country.
Did you hear what he said about you, Arima? Let me repeat what he said about you.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
That's crazy. This show, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for who've been hanging out and bearing with me. You all deserve a round of applause for that, because some moments that happen on this show, you have to just scratch your head and go, "Oh my gosh, is this really happening? Oh my goodness!" And you've left quite a you've left a wake of damage. All right, don't worry, we're going to keep this show rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Nutty. How are you doing?
Well, Arima, Delusional, whatever your name is.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot to learn, because there's a couple things, and I wanted to speak to you while you're on the panel, so I'm just going to say what I need to say. You said you voted for Donald Trump because you're a Republican.
Yes.
Keisha, touched on that a little bit. No, you did not vote for Donald Trump because you were a Republican. You voted for Donald Trump because you are a self-hater. You don't care about others.
That part.
You care about people who are outside of your socioeconomic background.
That part.
It seems like you have $2 to rub together when you need to have four, especially with Donald Trump being in the White House. Ma'am, you care nothing about anyone but yourself. That is what led you to vote for Donald John Trump.
W Nutty in the chat. Go ahead and tell her. That's what I was trying to get her to understand.
The fact remains that you sat here and you cosplayed in our faces, all 2,000 people up in this freaking live. You cosplayed in our faces to tell us that you don't care for Donald Trump's racism. You don't care for Donald Trump's misogyny. You don't care because it's horrible. But yet you voted for him. You voted it in the White House. You can't say you don't agree with it and then vote for it.
That part.
You idiot. On the deepest level of hell, you need to lift up your eyes.
Ooh. Woo.
You have black sons who they don't care a hill of beans for. And you put your sons in jeopardy. You did this. It don't make any sense that your 20-year-old son has more common sense than his own daggum mama.
That part.
If your son is saying, I believe a woman has the right to do whatever she wants with her own body, shouldn't you be saying the same?
Amen, Nutty. No, Nutty doesn't need to calm down. Nutty needs to turn up. Please, Nutty.
The fact that your child has more sense than you is very telling. I applaud that young man.
Me too.
I applaud him because he sees how ignorant his mother is. And I'm sure that's not an easy thing for him to realize. That your own daggum mama is a...
That's crazy, right? Because you're supposed to protect your mama and love your mama. You know how we as black men get about our moms, right? And this...
It's hard loving your mama when she's this foolish.
Yeah. My mama a Trump supporter. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The fact that she said Donald Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025.
Go ahead.
The 2 weeks that he's been in the White House, he has done everything. See, I'm using every syllable again. Everything that Project 2025 is laying out. He's trying to gut the Department of Education. He has fired people in the aviation department. Why do you think we've had 3 incidents in 4 days? You heard about the incident in Chicago.
Yep.
The tug operator is in critical condition. This is no accident, ma'am. This is what happens when you come in and you gut facilities that's already in jeopardy and need more people. You talk about DEI, but guess what, ma'am? It was white folks who was the pilot of the helicopter.
Ooh.
The helicopter was up too high. So where was the DEI in that? You said you were okay with them getting rid of Black History Month or stop teaching Black History.
Because they don't teach it right, she said, Nutty.
I would rather them not teach it right and still mention it than not at all.
Thank you.
You fool.
Ooh.
You fool. You're talking about your ancestors. You are a daggum fool. You are the prime candidate that Harriet Tubman carried that weapon for. It was you. It was people that think like you. The reason why she carried that sidearm. She didn't carry it for the slave master. She carried it for people like you. People who she knew would say, hey, massa, over here. They're trying to get away.
Snitches.
She carried it for you.
That's sad.
Zeus, I'm done with idiots like Arima, Garuma, whatever the hell her name is. I'm done with people like her because she is more dangerous than any racist white folks. She's more dangerous to our community than any racist white folk.
That's sad. That's sad, Nutty. I try to be reasonable and hear people out and really explore, how they ended up in this place of delusion. But she has the same demon these other supporters of Donald Trump have. They really will suffer.
In fact, Zeus, I will invite a racist white folk to sit under my table before I invite her. I will eat with a racist white person before I eat with somebody like her because I know the enemy from them. She's the enemy from within. She's the most dangerous to our community.
What makes her more dangerous?
Because she's one of us. She's one of us and have their thinking. What do we do, Zeus? We tend to let our guards down when we're around our own. We tend to let our guard down. And for the sheer fact that she is a woman of color, we really would let our guard down because we know it is the black woman who is the protector. We know this. So absolutely we will let our guards down around her. And that's the most dangerous because she's the very one that would take that knife and put it in the back of our neck.
That's very descriptive, Nutty. Wow. That's what I was trying to help her understand. And to your point about her son having more common sense than her, I mean, it's the most mind-blowing thing. And she said there's no underlying trauma, so I had to go to that place and say, so she's willfully doing this. It's not unintentional. She's consciously making the decision to make life for herself and her sons harder.
You know, Zeus, I find it very interesting because Takesha touched on this a little bit. She said that if the roles were reversed, and I'm paraphrasing here, and this was Kamala Harris, if Kamala Harris was such a despicable person, just like Donald Trump, I still would have voted Democratic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay? But I would not have voted for Kamala Harris.
That part.
There is a way that you can still vote your party without voting for a rapist, a misogynist, somebody who does not care about the Constitution of the United States of America, someone who's bringing in 16 billionaires. You think a billionaire has your best interest at heart, man?
Oh, I run my own business, Nutty. I run my own business, so yes, Nutty, he does.
And guess what, Zeus?
What's that?
I run my own airline company.
W Nutty in the chat.
On TikTok, it seems as though you can be anything you want to be on TikTok.
Is that what they say? Wow.
Well, that's what they're doing. Because before the elections, what were we hearing? We were hearing, oh, my eggs are high. Oh, my Lord.
DJ.
High.
You hear that, DJ? Yeah.
My gas is high. I can't afford this, that, and the other. But yet I went into Price Chopper, the local grocery store by me, and I saw a dozen of eggs for $7. They were never $7 under Joe Biden.
That part.
Now, let me say this. I'm not blaming Donald Trump for $7 eggs like you fools were blaming Joe Biden.
Listen up.
Because I do know that Donald Trump has nothing to do with the price of eggs. But you fools, You dummies. You voted for this. I reposted Zeus, and I think I sent you the link as well. The Trump supporter who got online talking about they took all the money off her EBT card. You saw that video that I sent you,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah. Tell him.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm laughing at you. Quite frankly, Zeus, it is the Democrats who try to feed the poor, who try to clothe the naked. It is the Democrats who try to help the immigrants.
Yep.
Which is the Christian thing to do. Now I know she said she doesn't identify as a Christian.
Does she know we would have tore her up with that one?
I don't care what religion you identify with, but most religions that I know of in the world, they have humanity first. They have humanity first. Where is your humanity,
Thank you. W Nutty in the chat. Well, listen, brother. We're going to try to bring up some more, all right? But as always, you have done an outstanding job getting the truth out here to the American people, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, I see that there's some people in my chat that are getting triggered by the way that I'm running my broadcast, especially you Trump supporters. Well, maybe you didn't hear me at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You know, I'm actually very flustered right now by that last guess because there's just so many things going on in my head. How did we get to a point in this country where suffering is welcomed? That is some sick cult-like behavior. All right, and it's not normal. You Trump supporters, y'all got to wake up. How do you let this man say this kind of stuff about you?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
I just seen the news about these tariffs. You hear the news? This is coming from the cult leader, your cult leader. I just spoke with the President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico. It was a very friendly conversation wherein she agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the border separating Mexico and the United States. These soldiers will be specifically designated to stop the flow of F in the country and illegal immigrants into our country. We further agreed to immediately pause the anticipated tariffs for 1 month period during which we will have a negotiation headed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent, and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, and high-level representatives of Mexico. I look forward to participating in those negotiations with President Sheinbaum as we attempt to achieve a quote deal between our two countries. So he paused the tariffs. After you could see the stock market, you saw what it was doing. It was a free fall. It was nosediving. The damage has already been done. A month? Bro, a month? We all know what really happened. He failed, just like he failed with that executive order freezing the federal funds. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Donald Trump another round of boos and shame because the damage is already done. The market's tanked. People are scrambling and panicking. We got this country up in an uproar. They're taking Canadian products off the shelf. And now you want to get out here with a post on your platform and try to say it's all good because there's some soldiers at the border. Well, why didn't you do that first before you went and did this? It's a level of incompetence we've never seen. All right, congratulations, MAGA. You've played yourself. Let's give them a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, let's bring up the next panelist. All right, let's go. Who do we got this time? Good morning. How are you doing? Who do we have here? Let's see. Beba, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. anyway, I'm a little upset, Zeus, because I really had something to say to this girl. But like,
Well,
and I
she's
call her a girl because she's freaking ignorant.
mm,
And I'm saying this not as a black woman. I'm saying this as a Puerto Rican Latina. Let me tell you something. Everybody she's talking about she lives in Florida. Oh, her kids are big. I live in Florida. I was born in Florida, baby. And let me tell you something. I went into Walmart just a couple of days ago,
uh-huh.
and I'm a light-skinned Hispanic, light-skinned Boricua, born in this damn state. And you know
Wow.
what was told to me and my husband in front of my disabled child?
What
Get the
happened?
F out of here. Get the F out of here and go back where you came from. I looked at this where I came from. Florida? Because that's
Ma'am, your internet is coming in and out. I'm trying to hear you, but you're going in and out. Are you
sorry. Can you
there?
hear me now? Yes.
Are you?
Can you hear me now?
I think so. I think we're good.
Okay, so like I said, I went into Walmart and these white people are telling us, go back to where you came from. So I'm looking at it, I turn around like, who you telling me to go back to where I came from? Are you talking about Florida? Because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
So she thinks that as a black woman, she voted Trump, she approves all this shit. Let me tell you something. I'm a Latina born citizen here, and I don't feel safe.
Wow.
I'm scared for my kid's future, and she's not worried for hers.
Ain't that crazy?
She's of black complexion. I'm of light skin complexion.
That's
She has more risk than I do.
ain't
And
that
look at what we're. She needs to wake up and realize that like things are not going to get better, they're going to get worse. They're going to get a lot worse. And I'm starting to cry because it really freaking hurts to know that our kids' future, this is what they're gonna be. This is what they're gonna have to live like. Like we fought so much to come to where we're at now to backtrack, and that's what we're
yeah.
doing. We're backtracking. We're backtracking.
Yeah. She said she didn't vote for Trump. She voted Republican. What would you say to her
It's the
about that?
same thing.
It's
It's
the
the
guilt.
same thing. Me as being a resident of Florida, resident and born, you know what was told to me by
What's
my neighbors who live in the HOA.
uh-huh.
You know what was told to me?
What's
If I
that?
dare hang my Puerto Rican flag outside of my house on American soil, watch what's gonna happen.
They told you that?
Yes, and I proudly ordered one and it arrives today. And I will send you a picture of it once it's hung up. Because you know what? I stand on my nationality, proud and strong.
W Beba in the chat. You're not gonna be intimidated. Thank you. That's crazy that they would say that to you. I mean, you got to feel very confident that nothing's going to happen to say that to your fellow American, right?
I'm American, but I'll die for my people too.
Wow. This is crazy. Do you feel like Trump has united America since he got into office 2 weeks ago?
Oh, God, no. God, no. Look at these babies. Look what's happening in these babies in these schools. Why? Because they're Mexican? All right, granted. Please do not come at my head for this because I just want to speak my opinion. I was not, and I still am not 110% against the deportation. I agreed to the deportation, rapists, stuff like that. But those Mexicans, Canadians and Haitians, everybody that's been here busting their behinds and doing the right thing just to strive for their families and make a better future for their families, they had no right to get deported.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I got to live with that. I mean, yeah, but unfortunately, we're in a situation now where because of the hatred in a lot of these people's hearts, a lot of the misinformation and the MAGA demon, right? These people are literally voting to suffer more, right? They want to, huh?
Say amen.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep letting them run into the wall and then helping them to understand they brought this on themselves, all right?
Not only that, Zeus, before you let me go, I just want to say one last thing.
Go ahead and get it off.
It may sound messed up, and I almost said the F word, but it may sound messed up me saying this, because yes, I will be one place to suffer as well.
You're
And Latinos and everything. But you want to know what? I'm not mad at Canada for them threatening to turn off the lights or anything. I'm not. You want to know what? I say do it. You want to know why? Because all these Trump supporters that are so much backing Trump, I want them to feel the freaking pain that's going to happen because of this man. And you want to know what? Maybe then they'll change their decision on who they voted for.
Amen. 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 Well, listen, baby. All right. I appreciate that. And I'm so glad you came up here unafraid to tell the truth. All right, ma'am? I appreciate it.
And God bless.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Donald Trump has done a number of things to cause irreversible harm to this great country of ours. And if we do not stand up against this bad political mess he's created, then we're going to be in a world of hurt like you've never seen. DJ, you keep asking the Democrats to give you answers about what Donald Trump has done to destroy this country. You should do your homework. Hi, Shay. How are you doing?
Good. Oh, DJ, you're about to find out.
W. Shay in the chat. Ask Google.
They see it, but they're just sitting there going, no. He'll figure it out. No. This can't be real. No. Well, I mean, yeah, that kind of sounds bad, but he's so smart. I'm pretty sure he'll wake up and fire all these weird people that suddenly are running our country. I mean, maybe he didn't intend for any of this to happen. I mean, just like your first caller.
Yeah.
Your first caller's like, yeah, it's going to be painful. Yeah, we're going to suffer.
Yeah.
But we have to suffer. But here's the thing.
Tell them, Shay.
How much do you know about what our trade is? Like, Donald Trump signed the trade agreement between Mexico and Canada and the United States of America. He signed that agreement.
The one he just violated.
Correct.
Wow. DJ, go to use the internet. You can look this up yourself, bro.
You're falling for it, DJ. You're falling for it. He wants to just put a complete hold on any type of governmental control, governmental whatever it is. He is trying to mess up the system so bad it could possibly be irreparable. But and that's the thing that we didn't vote. You didn't vote for Elon Musk, did you, DJ? Oh, come up here and I'll spit it out to you. Come on up.
DJ, where are you at? DJ, you keep talking. You keep talking to Shay, DJ. You're going to get what you ask for. They say be careful what you wish for, DJ.
And in a year's time, you guys are going to be crying. It's probably in 6 months. And we're sitting here watching the dissolution of our government, of our country, of our Constitution, everything, and you're sitting here going, how is he destroying the country? He's destroying it little by little. I thought he was going to fix the job market. Why is he laying off all these people, DJ? Why is he literally driving the unemployment numbers up right now?
Be specific. Which people has he laid off?
Government workers?
No, you need to be more specific.
Government workers. Like everybody, federal workers are being laid off.
You're calling a lie.
People that, what about all the FBI guys? What about the DOJ attorneys?
The FBI guys that resigned? Is that what you're talking about?
No, they're laying these people off. Once you know this, DJ. Don't play semantics with me. You know how many people are being laid off right now. Forced to come into DC offices.
DJ, did you hear her question, DJ?
Move to DC, right? Or they lose their job.
DJ, I think what I hear Shay saying, DJ, somebody in the chat said, DJ, be for real. Could you at least do that?
Be for real. You see it all the time. What about all the TSA agents? What about the air traffic controllers?
I like that. Be
There's
for real.
Tons of federal employees being laid off
Let me know when you're done, Shay.
Someone said, come on, DJ. Someone said, stop playing victim, DJ. What we want.
Not victim at all.
What about people being fired because supposedly they got hired for DEI practices? What about those people being pushed out the door? Have you heard these stories?
Hey, Shay, what you're doing is you're spreading false information right now.
No, I'm not, DJ.
No one has been fired. Those policies have absolutely been put into place. You're absolutely right. Not a single person has been fired.
Okay, well, that goes against what we know.
Are you serious? Okay. They've been pushed out of their jobs. You want to play semantics with me, DJ? They have lost their jobs. However you want to put it, DJ. Whatever makes you feel warm and fuzzy at night.
Trump DOJ demands a list of thousands of FBI agents, others who worked on January 6th, for possible firing. And that's just one article.
Okay. Did you say possible firing? Is that what you said?
Yeah. That's this, but there's more. There's more. Rohit Chopra, director of the Consumer Financial Bureau, he was fired. Also, Federal Consumers Watchdog Agency, director of the. Okay, that's the same one. Hold on, DJ. I'm going to get you some more. Yeah, these are just the most recent ones. It seems like I got 12 inspector generals. What do you think about that? Oh my God. Oh my God! And you know the
I'll give you
IGs.
that. Let's
Why
say we're
is
up
he
to
laying off the
13 people.
IGs, DJ? That should scare the hell out of you. Why is he laying
that
off
again,
all the
Shay?
IGs?
I'm sorry, say that again, Shay.
Why is he laying off all the IGs, inspector generals? They inspect how the government is running and keep guardrails on. Why would he be firing all those?
Are you going to let me answer the question? Because you asked it.
Go ahead. Why is
Okay.
he firing all these
He's
people?
firing if he's fired inspector generals, it's because they work underneath him. And as the president of the United States and the head of executive branch, he has the right to fire anyone that works underneath him. You're acting like he's fired hundreds and thousands of people. So far, Zeus has come up with 13.
15. And then I told you about the thousands that he's going to be firing at the DOJ because of the investigation on January 6th.
Yeah.
And then there's the federal hiring freeze. You heard about this? And then he froze federal funding. And you could just think about all the damage. See, DJ, what people are asking you is to be
Finish what
for
you're talking
real.
about, Zeus. Don't
Be
move
for
on
real,
from that.
DJ.
No, let's talk
USAID
about
workers. Look at that.
what's going on.
USAID workers, too.
Oh yeah. What about the USAID workers?
I know how to deal with the DJ. I know how to deal with
No,
DJ.
no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You bring up something and then you just move
No,
along.
I went and called a lifeline.
You have
Val's here.
responsibility for what you just said.
Val. Oh, 400 air traffic controllers too. Thank you. I knew that was out there. Hi, Val. How are you?
There you go.
How's it going?
Whoa,
But
back up,
DJ,
back up, back up, back up. Are you saying that Trump fired 400 air traffic controllers? Is that what you just said?
400.
Yes, 400.
Yes.
He fired 400 air traffic controllers.
I just read that to you. Look at the chat, DJ. Yes.
Okay. What about the USAID employees? What's going on there? I mean, people are losing their jobs left and right. Wake up, DJ.
DJ, the only way you wouldn't know this is because
Joe
you
Biden
wouldn't
didn't
paying
do this.
attention.
You're not paying attention, dude.
I mean, this is public knowledge. I don't know what you're not knowing, but you didn't need to bring me up, Zeus. I swear to God, the other Texan in the panel above me can definitely handle this.
Oh, I know, but I'm running
Yeah,
short
he
on
doesn't
time.
like a woman's voice, though.
I'm running short on time, so I figured I'd get two for the price of one because we got
I got
DJ
you.
up here.
I like it.
Okay. So basically, you got three of y'all talking now, and I don't get to say a word. Is that the way it works?
Okay,
No.
you can talk. My God, stop playing victim.
Go ahead. We just want you to be honest.
No. I'm trying to hold you guys to being honest, and all you do is cut me off.
Well, say what you need to say.
I'm looking right here at an article that's on January 31st. No evidence Trump fired thousands of air traffic controllers, despite social media claims.
Thousands? Nobody said thousands.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure somebody. Anyway,
You said 400. 400. It's not thousands last time.
And you know Trump is taking down things on the website. You know what he's doing, right? You know he's doing that. He's getting rid of the dirt and the evidence. So you know what? I'm going to stick to the thousands, DJ.
So you're going to
because
say that Donald Trump is monitoring and
he's destroying.
changing the website.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Wow, you guys are so deep into this. It's just unbelievable.
You haven't heard about
Your
this.
derangement knows no end.
Your head is so far up his butt, you can't see anything, DJ. That's the problem. Because we don't worship the guy, we can see what's going on.
DJ,
That's the problem.
DJ, New York Times, thousands of U.S. government web pages have been taken down since Friday. More than 8,000 web pages across more than a dozen U.S. government websites have been taken down since Friday. DJ, do you understand what we're saying?
Dude, I understand exactly the bull that you're laying, if that's what you're asking the question. You guys expect people to just believe this stuff, and because you bully them into something, they're just going to back down. I'm sorry, that's not the case.
You're not going to back down because you're so full of it, DJ. You really think he's the smartest guy on the planet. That
I'm not
he's going to
insulting you
save
at
this
all. I'm not saying
country.
you're full of anything. You
He is
believe what you believe.
tearing
Shay.
apart our government, sir. And people are just going to be unemployed throughout all of it. There's going to be so many guardrails taken off. That's what he's doing. He wants to be able to do what the hell he wants to do. And you're not paying attention to it because you're anti-government and you think this is a really great idea. Until this shit turns on you, DJ, you are just like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's do it all.
You don't think the government needs to be cut down at all, Shay?
Yes, of course there needs to be some trimming.
So 17, also
some
17 on,
And where do you start
17 on
You need
Saturday,
to do
so
it
you know.
gradually and not by some
17?
billionaire coming in and wrecking the whole thing that you didn't vote for. You didn't vote for Elon Musk, did you?
I absolutely voted that Elon Musk was going to be part of the Trump
Oh
administration.
my fucking God.
Donald
No,
Trump
Elon
is
Musk
doing
is not.
anything that he
No,
didn't
sir.
run
That's
on.
the problem right there.
Tell
Yeah,
me one
no,
thing, Shay, that
sir.
he didn't
He
run on.
wasn't
that
on
he's
a
doing.
ballot, sir.
He
Tell me
wasn't on a
one
ballot,
thing
and
that
he
he's
doesn't
doing.
serve in any administration position.
Thank you.
You're okay with him having your social security information now and taking away your social security checks, DJ? You happy with that, with a billionaire doing that to you? You excited
I
about that,
trust
DJ? Are
Elon
you
Musk
excited about your
is going
social
to do
security?
the job that he was hired for.
Elon Musk is going to do. Would that be firing 2,800 Texans, 3,200 Californians from his Tesla facilities,
Ooh.
and replacing them with H-1B visas? Would that be his job?
You know what? You know what, Val? That's his company. He has the right to do whatever he wants to do with it.
Oh, that's his company. But what happened to America First, DJ?
W Val in the chat. W Shay in the chat. And if you want to be nice, L for DJ in the chat. All right? Because DJ, you come onto this show every day and you still refuse to learn. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen.
I'm not embarrassed at all, Zeus. Not at all.
I know you're not. That's why I say it's the most embarrassing thing that I've seen. You're willing to suffer. Yes, Val.
You know who is a little embarrassed?
Who?
Lindsey Graham. Acknowledged that the firings may have violated the law, but said, quote, DJ, I want you to quote what Lindsey Graham just said. Just tell them you need to follow the law next time. Oh, DJ,
Val,
should we
what are you
have to
talking
tell the president that he needs to follow the law next time, DJ?
I have no idea what you're referencing, Val.
Of course.
No idea.
Ignorance of the law, DJ. Come on, that's not an excuse that you can use at this point, you genius.
I'm saying I don't know what Val is talking about.
The
That was about the
Inspector General.
firings that
Listen to
you
what I'm
claim
saying
didn't
instead of
exist.
trying to
That
put
was
words in my
Lindsey
mouth.
Graham's comment to the firings that you just said didn't exist.
Even Chuck Grassley called him out on it. It's like, you're not supposed to go and fire all these IGs. That is not your job.
DJ, what do you know? Okay,
This is
because
what I know.
every question we've thrown at you that we know we're all
This is
keeping up with the
exactly what I know,
destruction.
dude.
What do you know?
This is exactly what I know.
We're
Donald Shay, you come across like
DJ.
you're so.
Oh, quit crying,
funny.
DJ. Get it out.
I'm smart.
DJ, we just want to know what you know before
I'll
the
tell
show
you,
ends.
there is
all right?
nothing. All right, there is nothing that Donald Trump is doing that he didn't say he was going to do as he was running for president.
Oh, hold on.
You're right about that.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, come on, Val, find something really quick, Val. Come on.
I know. I'm going to let Val and Shay go.
I can talk about this all day.
Tell him,
Are
Val.
grocery prices going to go up?
Big boy.
W.
Are grocery prices going to go up, DJ? DJ, is the price of electronics going to go up? DJ, is the price of cars going to go up? DJ, is the rent going to go up? DJ, is housing going to go up? Guess what? Yes. Now, hold on a second, DJ.
Can't hear you, Val.
What did he claim? DJ, what was his promise? DJ, on everything I just said, what was his promise?
I can't hear what. You're gonna have to repeat it, Val. I didn't hear a word you said.
I said, so are groceries going to go up, DJ?
Are groceries going to go up?
They've been going up for the last 5 days and consecutively. Are they going to continue to go up, DJ?
Well, let me ask you a question. Where do you get
DJ.
this
No,
information? that
DJ.
groceries
Are they
are
going to
up
continue to
every
go
day
up,
for the last
DJ?
5 days?
DJ,
We'll let you talk, DJ. Answer.
we just need you to move on because honestly, bro, Zeus has to get up out of here. Please answer these questions because you said name something he did that he didn't campaign on. I was going to bring up purchasing Greenland and the Panama Canal, but I'm going to let Val. Please answer Val's questions.
He didn't. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
DJ, what did he say before he took office? What did he say before the campaign? I'm going to lower your groceries. I'm going to lower your gas. I'm going to lower your rent. I'm going to lower your housing. I'm going to lower your insurance. And I'm going to lower your utility bills. Isn't that what he said, DJ?
Now, how long has the man been in office?
Isn't that what he said, DJ?
No,
He said he was going to do that day one.
Thank you.
Day one.
Man, this is pathetic.
DJ, with the
That's your
tariffs that he's going to
argument
put on
that
everybody,
he
are
hasn't
groceries
done
going to go
anything and
up?
he's
With the
been in
mass
office for 13
deportations, are groceries going to go up? DJ, with the tariffs, is housing going to go up? DJ, with with the tariffs? Is
Oh,
electronics going to go up? Are cars going to
sit
go
here
up?
and claim all these victories.
Lumber's going to go up.
Lumber. I mean, pick it, DJ. He didn't. He said he wasn't going to do that, DJ.
So DJ, you're a liar once again.
What about the war in Ukraine? I thought it was going to
That's
end
a-
day one.
That's a good one.
No.
He said 24 hours. 24 hours. Moody was going to
You
listen
guys
to
are
it.
so embattled and so entrenched with Trump that you can't see
He's
anything.
your president. He's the president of the United States, DJ. We're going to talk about
Ooh,
it, dude.
thank you for telling me that, Shay. Good job. Way to go.
So DJ,
Why
listen
would
up.
we talk about it? Y'all talked about Biden.
And you're
Yeah.
gonna have to deal with it for 4 years.
Yeah, it's
DJ.
fun. It's fun on the
If you wanna give
defense,
the man
isn't
a
it?
chance
It's
to do
fun
his
on
job,
the
that's
defense,
great.
DJ,
If you want to sit here and try to pick apart everything he does and exaggerate everything in the world, that's exactly what you
Exaggerate, DJ. That was his claim.
Whined about this.
What
for
was his
4
claim,
years.
Val, that he
About the
wasn't
DJ has a
privacy.
phone.
We're just throwing it back at you, DJ. You have
No,
to
you're
know
not.
this.
You're making up crap.
We're
Okay,
just
all right.
throwing it back at you.
All right, well, listen.
Going for lower prices.
How about this, DJ? We're a democracy in this kingdom, all right? We're a democracy in this kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ claims he's brought in so much evidence to this show this morning that he's exempt from the lake of fire. Should we throw DJ? Hold on. Based on the information that DJ brought to us, lake of fire, yes or no? If we get over 100, DJ, you know how this goes. Let's see what the audience has to say, because as far as I'm concerned, your evidence should speak for itself. DJ, if we get over 100, DJ, you can't overtalk this. If it's over,
I'm never going to go away, dude.
DJ.
You're going to have to ban me because I'm going to continue to come on here and call you out for the crap that you have.
You hadn't called anybody out, DJ.
Oh, it's over 100. It's over 100, DJ.
You may as well ban me now.
DJ, okay.
Lied about one thing, DJ. And let me tell you something. I'm glad DEI's gone, because now we can fire Greg Abbott. We can fire Elon
Look at all
Musk.
these yeses.
We can fire Byron Donalds. We can fire all kinds of people now.
That
They're
part.
in office.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send DJ straight to hell. He wants to go there anyway.
We need a little extra char on this one.
Extra char? Okay.
Drop them, Zeus. They don't know what they're talking about. Silence, you MAGA demon.
DJ, learn and do better. All right. Well, listen, Val. Shay, any last words? Because Zeus has to get up out of here. All right.
Well, I just, to your first caller talking about Black history and how it's taught, she's right. It wasn't always taught correctly. So we attempted to try to teach it correctly. And she
Correct.
didn't like that.
That's the CRT stuff they got mad about, right?
Yeah. They don't want it. They don't want the real stuff because it made white kids feel bad. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Whatever
yes.
your name was.
Arima. I remember Arima. A name like that, I will never forget it because I've never seen someone hate their own selves like
When
that.
we attempted to teach it right, and the Project 16, the 1619 project and all of that, then everybody threw a fit about that. And not every Black family knows the real history. Not every Black family teaches their children this.
Thank
And
you.
it's not really for the Black kids.
Thank you.
It's for everyone to understand the history so that they can move forward when they see racism, when they see discrimination, when they understand things, and they stop the narrative that Black people just want to be poor and that they just want to be victims. See, they stop the narrative when they're taught the actual history of the Black people rising to power and wealth and then being carpet bombed. That's
Thank you.
Tulsa. Look it
Thank
up.
you. Thank you.
So,
W. Shay.
This is why we teach the real history.
Thank
okay?
you. All right. Val, what about you, my good friend? All right. Thanks
I
for
just
coming
want
up at the
everybody-
last minute.
I want everybody to pay attention to people like DJ that can't see past the nose on their face. And I want them to understand that, and I want everybody to understand that when we talk about corporations and things on here, we really need to make clear that we're not talking about all corporations. What's happening right now is because you are dealing with the largest of largest corporations that actually want to dominate their markets. They want to take over everything else. They are looking to monopolize. That is what is happening.
That part.
Yep.
That part.
That
All right.
part.
W. Val,
That
W.
part.
Shay. Thank you so much, you both. I'm so sorry that I have to abruptly get up out of here, but you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Pause. especially my subscribers, my gifters, and my moderators and my panelists. You all help to keep this show exciting, engaging, and entertaining, and educational as well. All right. But I also got to give one last round of boos and shame, and these boos and shame goes out to all the Zeus haters out there, right? And you know exactly what they do. They make these ridiculous videos about me. Oh, Zeus sent me to the lake of fire. Zeus, you're no god. No, no, no. You all are devils, okay? And someone needs to put you in your place. And that's exactly what we do over here, ladies and gentlemen. So what we'll do is send the Zeus haters straight to hell one last time.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe. We are out of here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. W Zeus in the chat. Oh, this is definitely one of the most toxic shows. But we did what we had to do. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Cleopatra, thank you so much. I love all of you. Seriously, Kate, Lisa, Blackbird, Stiggy Finger, Dinky, I see ya, Patricia, Beta, I see ya. All right, thank you for coming up here this morning. All right, Q-Dog, I see ya. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do? You gotta connect those dots. Let's go. Oh, we're in a lot of trouble. W Rick in the chat. You've been always hitting it. Uh-oh, we got a cash app. We got a cash app alert. All right, thank you. Who's in the cash app, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see. W bounce in the chat. Let's go. Let me see. All right, Kabira, my sister, thank you so much. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Conservative D. That's what it is. Let's go. Thank you, Nutty. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Val. Sexy lady. W Kabira, yes, W Heaven, W Dolphin, Maribel, W. See you tomorrow. Do we need to do a drill, baby drill? Is that what you're asking for? Do we need to do some drill, baby drill? Because that can go down. Reggie! Where you at, Reggie? Still here, Reggie? He's the Reigns. Remember that, Reggie? Jack Smith. He's the Reigns. Oh my God. Okay, we'll do the drill, baby drill. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Are we doing some drill, baby drill? Hey, DJ, go ahead and get that going. Let's get the drill, baby drill going, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get up out of here, all right?
She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
We're going to be drilling so deep.
We're going to be drilling so deep. We're going to be, for these guys, we're going to drill, we're going to take out so much money, we're going to pay down our debt.
Let's do it.
We're going to lower your taxes to insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill, we're going to frack, drill, goes a black,
Hey, let's go. She's going to bang it.
Up in there, she was against stacking against all the stuff, and all the stuff, and then all of a sudden everybody here
to Africa when she was getting killed in the past. She said, I like fracking very much. Look, they always go back to what they want. They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical left wing. Hey, can't help it. And we're gonna end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling so deep. We're gonna be fair. These guys, we're gonna drill. We're gonna take out so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Hit it, drill, baby, drill. We gonna frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Tell, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. Hey, it's Hannibal Lecter. Tell, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Tell, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Hit it.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill, gonna frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill, we go. Hit it, Tinkerbell. Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Drill.
Y'all ain't drilling hard enough out there. Come on, try harder. I need to see it. You see me all doing all the work. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Y'all better drill. All right. Right, Kabira? It's like a new song every time. Right, Ange? Did I lower your taxes? Did I pay off your debt? Go ahead. Drill. It's Hannibal Lecter, the late great Hannibal Lecter. Seriously. Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. I see you, G-Man. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Hannibal Lecter.